Students and staffers on the campus of South Gwinnett High have been working with the Gwinnett County Health Department so they can undergo the tuberculosis testing. This after a student tested positive last week. Dorian Freeman with the Gwinnett County Health Department tells WSB.
Individuals that we identify a positive test, then we notify them of additional steps that may need to take place with the health department.
Tuberculosis is caused by bacteria that usually attack the lungs, and it's spread through the air when an infectious person coughs or sneezes. They will be testing today, then be back at the school Wednesday and Friday. Still, no firm answers about the hundreds of mysterious drone sightings in the Northeast over the past few weeks.
The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security are using infrared cameras and drone detection technology to make sure the drones flying over New Jersey and New York are not harmful. That's according to a law enforcement source. The federal agencies are also turning to social media and examining the photos posted there.
Correspondent Karen Travers says the Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says that most of these objects are manned aircraft, and the FBI says there's no credible threat to the public right now. Norfolk State has reportedly interviewed former NFL sensation Michael Vick to be its next head football coach. The Virginian Pilot reporting today the 44-year-old Vick says he has spoken with the university's president and athletic director about the position and expects resolution, quote-unquote, soon. It's 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes, but right now beginning, it's your live team coverage of traffic and weather. First, we're going to check in again with the WSB 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams, what's going on with that PM drive?
Watching the volume start to pick up out of DeKalb in Gwinnett County. Veronica, I-85 northbound leaving 285 heading up through Norcross. 285 westbound also getting slower in Sandy Springs passing Roswell Road. In that earlier car fire cleanup, I-20 eastbound, Liberty Road exit 26, everything off to the right there. And the better news on the south side, that maintenance operation from the midday has cleared in the express lanes. The I-75 express lanes are open and pointed southbound leaving Stockbridge. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz with the latest, most accurate and dependable weather forecast. Mild through the rest of the afternoon, just a few clouds. Those clouds thicken up late this evening and overnight. And then fog develops by Tuesday morning. We'll drop down to 51. Mostly cloudy and 69 Tuesday afternoon, just 20% chance of a stray shower. We'll be warm again Wednesday, low 54, high 70 with some morning fog, then partly cloudy and scattered showers return. Wednesday's rain chance, 40%.
Right now, 64 degrees at 3:04. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, hour one of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
It's starting to feel a little bit like Christmas here in the studio.
Yes,
Slowly
it
but
is.
surely here.
All we need is Christmas snow. That's what I want. That's my wish this year in the studio, not outside.
Get some dust coming from the rafters.
I know where I can get some.
Need some Christmas snow? Oh,
yeah.
that'll make for a great
The
Christmas.
purest.
Oh, yeah. We'll have one hell of a Christmas special.
Peruvian.
The best stuff only. It would be nice to have some Christmas snow in here, but we are making it look rather Christmassy, and that's the beginning. And this is, we come in early and we decorate the studio for the 5 to 8 people watching on video because we do care. We're not those shows.
We want to deliver for those
it's only 5 people.
It's for us.
You know what? It's also for them. Come
And
on,
them.
don't be so
Us and them.
Don't be so stingy, so self-centered. It's not for us. It's for them. Those 5 brave souls who alone, they don't need to be protected by numbers. Alone, they venture into however you get to watch our video. I don't even know, but they figure it out.
On EVHDoctrine.com.
And is that how it is?
You can do it there or WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
That just seems like a lot of ways. No wonder we have all of 5 people who have made the journey.
It's too hard.
It's a little... Anyway, for those people, we have some decorations going on. I wouldn't say it's top of the line. We just got in here, threw a few things together. I mean, you just see a Santa suit behind me, and you can barely see that. But in the
You
larger
slide to
shot,
the left in that shot there.
yeah, I
It'll
know.
come-
I thought I put it in the right place.
I'm dressed up for Christmas because I'm hosting Trivia Christmas today.
Oh, is it all Christmas trivia questions?
Uh-huh.
Hit me with one of them. Let me see if I'm
Oh,
any
shoot.
good at. You know, well, you don't have to do it right this moment, but I mean, just in the next.
got you.
You got me right now at this very moment, or you're gonna get me.
Boy, Do
Do you
I got
really?
you.
Do you really get me? I sometimes
You know
I
what?
wonder. Do you get me? I don't know that you do. Be honest with you.
Don't know if I do either,
I know,
but
I
let's
know.
see.
But you know, there's love there, right? I mean, at the
Absolutely.
bottom of it, there's love. There may not be expressed in exactly the best fashion, maybe.
All right.
So what you got, sweetheart?
The party's on. The feeling's here. That only comes this time of year.
That's
What song is that?
That terrible Paul McCartney song.
You got it.
Wonderful
What's it called?
Christmas Time.
That was an
Yeah,
easy
good
one.
job.
That one was easy because I hate.
Hey, you know what? When
I
you
hate-
start out doing, the first round is always easy.
That's
'cause
right.
It keeps people there. They're not like, I'm going to get out of here. This sucks. I can't do it.
Yeah, she understands her job is to keep people glued to their seats. So they keep ordering drinks
That's
and
right.
other things. That's what she's judged on. At the end of the night, they don't come up to Autumn and say, "Hey, that was a real blistering round of trivia." All they think is, "Hey, we sold more drinks than last week. You can stay.
Yeah.
You can come back next week." She knows. She's like a DJ. A DJ's job isn't to play the best songs. A DJ's job is to keep the most asses dancing on the dance floor
Yeah.
all night long. And that's what she does. She keeps the asses dancing, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes
Those
to
trivia
trivia.
asses.
That's why she's so
Give me
damn
those
good.
trivia asses.
And she will keep them planted in their seats.
That's right.
Now,
Where
you
they
don't-
another
belong.
You want another one?
Sure, very quickly.
All right. How many Lords of Leaping would your true love give you
10.
as per the song?
Oh wow, you just jumped
Is
in
that
there.
the final answer?
Yeah, as collectively we've done the Family Feud huddle.
That's I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to 10.
All right. You know what, Mr. Harvey? We believe that Tim knows what he's talking about, so we're going to go with 10.
And the answer is 10. You got it.
Yeah. Do you know how many times I heard that song last night before Gilbert went to bed?
Oh, don't
no.
no, you can't
4.
introduce that song to your children when they're at the age where they want to hear things over and over again.
It was a
Don't
mistake.
do that.
So he has the
Go with the
cartoon one.
Kinks. Go with the Kinks.
Well, he has
It's
the
more
cartoon
fun.
one, and then I started singing the Miss Piggy part at 5 Golden Rings.
Yes.
Oh, fun.
And now he loves that one, so I have to do both.
And then you're just going to hear a lot of it over and over and over again. I was very good at never introducing to my children at that age things that I didn't want to do or hear over and over
See,
again.
I that was my plan too. And then we left for vacation, and my parents were watching our daughter when she was like 1 year old, and they made her watch Frozen. They indoctrinated her into Frozen, and they
Now-
watched it over and over and over. And then she was really into Frozen. Then I had to start watch Frozen. It was horrible.
And how many times have you seen Frozen now in your lifetime?
Oh my God, too many.
Well, this doesn't tell me. It's too many. 10, 20, 30?
Probably
what is
more
it?
than that.
Because I really would like disassociate while it was on. I would sit with her. I'd be sitting with her, and I'd be watching some of it, and then I would just like, I can't. This is
Yes.
horrible. I can't.
I was like that when I worked at Blockbuster a brief period of time. Oh yeah, it was. I would say it was probably one of the best moments of my adult life where I had to go and work retail for a while, and it was around Christmas time, and this didn't matter. It wasn't a Christmas movie, but they would always have the latest releases playing, and one of the latest releases playing constantly in the store was Aladdin, the cartoon with Robin Williams. I don't know how I did this, but I must have actually seen Aladdin 40 times, and I can't tell you one single thing.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
I can't tell you one single thing that happens in that movie. Somehow I blocked it out in such a way. It's really remarkable because I was working 5 days a
Got some
week.
catchy songs in that.
I
too.
wasn't
Yeah,
having
but it's
it.
made for our age,
Yeah.
Jared.
I-
He
True.
was like depressed working at a Blockbuster.
Yeah, I wasn't happy that I was working retail at the time.
A whole new world.
As a matter of fact, it was very cold. It was the coldest winter of my Rochester existence, and it was very cold. And just the year before, I'd been on radio. We were doing things with the mayor, and here I am. And I believe at the time I was probably about 29, 30 years of age, and we had a young, new manager. He was about 24. And he came up to me and he told me to take out the garbage.
Oh.
And I had 2 large things of garbage. I had to walk across It's like one of those kind of like town center kind of places, So, and walk across this parking lot, freezing cold, with to the dumpster with this garbage. And it really did happen, like out of a movie. There should have been a crane shot from above me, where at one point I just dropped to my knees and started crying. Why? Why?
Did you go back, or was that it?
Yeah, no, I went back.
All
Of
right.
course,
God hath forsaken me.
I got the job because my buddy was a big time manager there, so I couldn't screw him. But I was not in the best mood. So maybe it was easy. Maybe I was dissociating from myself from the entire working experience at the time, and I spread
You're
such.
trying to control what you could control, and part of it was being indoctrinated into Aladdin.
Yeah, that doesn't have to happen. I said to myself,
Right.
like, this is what I can control in my life right now. And I did. And I think I spread such negative karma that after I left within a decade, they were completely out of business, which I feel bad about.
That was you.
I think it was my negative karma, because in reality, they came along and gave me a job when I needed it. So things were, that was a grim Christmas. And do you know, on that Christmas, we had no money.
So you were a street rat then?
No, I was living with
From
Jane.
Aladdin.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I dissociated. So we were so poor that Christmas that all I could afford to buy for my lovely future wife, at that point living in sin, was a little just a little plastic, teeny snow globe piece of crap, $2 thing. And strangely enough, as bad as I am at keeping up with anything that I want to keep up with, that thing is still in the house. It's still actually there as a reminder. You'd think it would bring back like quaint, lovely feelings, but instead it terrifies me. I realize, oh no, you could go back to that. This is why I come in every day ready to entertain this audience, because I have a fear that I'm going to go back to that winter. And now there's not even Blockbuster for me to find. I'd be working at GameStop, taking out the trash.
Oh, at your age?
Behind some sort of mall.
You love working at like almost defunct retail stores.
I like to be their last generation of crew.
Hey, old guy, take the trash out.
Yeah, that may happen soon. I'm only employed here until next April. So if there's a GameStop out there, hold a place for me. Hold a place. Let's do this.
Word of the day.
Isochronous.
What?
What do you do?
Has nothing to do with Socrates or the nasty things you had in your mind, Tim Andrews. What's that word again?
Isochronous.
Isochronous. It's not a confession.
Not a planet.
What'd you see him doing?
Isochronous.
It just means it's occurring at the same time or occupying equal time. Those are close, but not the same. Something that is occurring at the same time is
isochronous.
And two things that occupy the equal time, like two songs that have the same length, are
isochronous.
There you go. The word is
isochronous.
Pretty damn
What is
good
that?
word.
What's the difference between that and asynchronous?
Well, I'd have to look up asynchronous. I know what synchronous is. To me, would tell me you were out of sync. Asymmetrical means you're not symmetrical. So I'm going to assume that. Did you just burp?
No, I said, duh.
Oh, I thought you just like.
No, I would not just do that.
I was just in my mind, like, did Tim Andrews just give up right there on the air? Is this all life?
Bye.
I'm done caring about anything.
Off to GameStop.
Hold a spot for me.
You can still be a pro member there, too, at GameStop.
Yeah.
They still
Oh.
try to push that on you every time you go there.
Oh, all I know is that every time back in the old days, because I had kids that were of that age, when I would go and buy games on disc for my kids.
You still buy them on discs.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. I would always end up with like 4 new magazines that would come to my house because I wasn't thinking about it. And for some reason, it was difficult at that time to get out of GameStop without signing up for a subscription for Entertainment Weekly. I don't know how that happened, but it seemed to happen
It
quite
was
often.
part of their scheme. So what they when you sign up for their whatever membership was, it's the pro membership now.
Yeah.
They give you like this magazine that is connected with GameStop that's also connected with a couple of other magazine companies too.
Sir, would you like our Dead Media bundle?
Do I get the Food Network with that as well?
Absolutely.
Well,
Can I interest you
sign
in
me
transistor radio?
Oh, yeah. Everything old is new again. You know, I tell you what I'm worried about right now. I mean, it's for me, it's Christmas week because our last show is on Friday before we take our Christmas Vacation, and I want to be in nothing but a Christmassy mood. I mean, look at the studio. We've gussied it up a little bit. But I got, man, I'm worried about that. What'd you call it? Project
Bluebeam.
Bluebeam. You know, because I know Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book was a real thing that happened. Was it the FBI or the CIA? I think it was
UFO adjacent
I
in
know,
the 70s and
but
60s.
was it the Navy or Air Force?
I think it was the FBI. I'm not sure.
Anyway, that was their real UFO program to look for UFOs. You know what it was, George? I think it was the
Air Force.
It was the Air Force.
Oh.
And there was even there was a television show in the 70s.
Ezekiel saw the wheel. That's how it started. It scared me and I'd run away.
Project Blue Book.
It scared you?
Yes.
And that didn't last long because, you know, you get let down. It's like those ghost hunter shows. You can only watch it for so long. They haven't found a ghost in like 30 episodes. What are the odds they're going to find one in this one?
Well, this was a drama.
I know, but Project Blue Book, at the end, everything was Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, well, I can't take the Tic Tacs thing any much longer.
It was a pie plate.
So, and that's Project Bluebeam. Bluebeam?
Bluebeam, yes.
Supposedly, that's the George Clark conspiracy theory people. That is that they would create a situation where you make people think that there's invaders from outer space, right? Am I right, George?
Yeah.
And that's just so that we can have a one world government.
Right.
Which, by the way,
It also abolishes
Consolidate.
religion as well, too.
abolish what?
Abolishes religion as well, too.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you know, two birds with one stone, I guess they would say with that one. But so Project Bluebeam, conspiracy theory, I'm not really buying it because the government isn't telling us that they're from outer space. The government, in fact, is saying, you know, hey, it's something, but we don't. And Trump was asked about this, and I think what he's saying is kind of reflective of what most people think. Is like, I don't really have an opinion of this yet because I just don't believe the government's being square with me with what's going on.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Right, one of his places, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose Bedminster.
No, Bedminster.
I've got a little more on the Bedminster. Listen to this.
Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster. Want to know the truth? They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Did he get paid every time he said Bedminster?
Bedminster was his place, so he's going
Bedminster. I was going to go to Bedminster, but I decided not to go to Bedminster.
But I'm going to Mar-a-Lago
no,
now.
Bedminster.
I think I'm seeing over there. So, George, did you put the story in there? It would be you, I would think, out of all the people who would put the story of the what some people think that it is.
With the nuclear stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did put
So
that in
this
there,
is scary. Now, I am not saying that I believe this, but, you know, if they haven't told Trump, which he's the president-elect, so I don't know at what point you become privy to these things, but there's somebody out there rattling, and it's probably just somebody popping off, but it would be scary if true. And what did CNN used to say during the whole Russian thing? A bomb,
Big if true.
A bombshell.
Oh, a bombshell.
If it's true.
Yeah.
So the idea out there is this guy's saying they know that there is a nuclear warhead that is lost, that is in the United States, and they're looking for that. And now, here's the reason. I don't believe that that's true, but it does fall into the thing where Trump goes, I don't know why they're not telling people. So even though that's not necessarily true. Listen, I don't mean to scare anybody, but if you ever really looked into nuclear proliferation around the world, especially what went on when the Soviet Union collapsed and everything was kind of coming together and we were trying to figure out who had what, and you had all these countries, these former Soviet countries that are now non-aligned. And so my understanding is there's I don't know, 50, 60, maybe some things that have never really been accounted for. But I find it kind of odd. Like, do they only look at night, or are they looking during the day and nobody,
It seems like you would see them.
I'm confused. You're saying that
I'm not saying
something
anything.
was lost? Oh no, you're describing something, a nuclear weapon that was
Somebody
lost?
is saying, that
Smuggled in,
that
is
there's basically a nuclear warhead has been smuggled into the United States, and they're just trying to find it, and that would be the reason that they're playing the.
But
We
it's
don't
not,
know.
It's
We're
not
gonna
just drones.
It doesn't matter. The idea is they're looking for something.
They have specific drones that can detect abnormal amounts of radiation in certain parts.
Right. It doesn't matter. They're not just drones. You could also have planes, and these other
Right.
small
I just
things.
mean too, like there's all these videos of these drones like around these like glowing orbs, and then you see the drone going toward it, and then it like falls down out of the sky, like the drone falls out of the sky. So it's not just the drones; it's all these other things too.
Well, I know, but I think you're missing the big thing here, that they would be looking for a nuclear warhead.
No, I'm sure that's something. Like, if that's something, then it's something. But we're
Right.
just speculating anyway.
Well,
right?
I know, but I mean,
what would those orbs be?
Well, I don't know. I knew a guy named Norm Orbsby for a while. I think he was a.
Did you?
I think
Did
he was-
drones fly into him and
No,
then he
Did you ask
repelled
him?
them?
I don't know why that
Maybe he
name's in
knows
my
something.
head. Is that like a famous pollster or something? Why is Norm Ormsby in my head?
Zogsby.
Ormsby's a great restaurant in West Midtown as well too.
Oh, yeah,
great
okay.
restaurant with bocce ball and stuff. You
Oh
can go
yeah,
play.
Ben, I went to a wedding reception there not too many weeks ago.
So there you go.
It's in
You know
a
what
basement,
happened?
right?
I was saying my good wishes to the betrothed, and then I started to walk backward, and I didn't realize that bocce court was right behind. So my entrance into this place was me in slow motion falling backward onto the bocce.
You fell down.
Yeah, what's something you do? At some point, gravity took over. I didn't know it was behind me, and it was raised up from the floor. And it's like my entrance after saying, "Hey, congratulations," and all that. And the place is full of people, and I go falling backward, what seemed like in slow motion, but came up, like I was in It's a Wonderful Life. So I'm all right. I'm all right. No reason to be looking over here, people. Big, large old man just fell. No need to call
It is funny to
the
fall as an
ambulance.
adult.
Oh,
No,
it
it hurts.
As you get older, people are just immediately thinking, I got to call for an ambulance or something.
Oh, they do that
Old
thing where
man
they help
fell.
you up by holding onto your elbow,
Are you
and you're.
okay?
You
No,
know,
I didn't
Are you
allow.
okay?
I didn't allow that to happen. I was on the way down. I was plotting ways to look as cool as possible getting back up.
Yeah,
and although it's not possible to look cool getting back up, I do believe I achieved looking as cool as I could.
You were trying to find a way to scope out which part of the court you were going to throw the little white ball for the
Oh
bocce
yeah,
ball.
so and then
it's-
like I would have hit
Yeah,
like
do like a
whatever,
little somersault.
whatever you do in bocce to win, which I don't know.
get as close to the white ball as possible.
Yeah,
That's
so
how you
like
win.
that would have been like, hey, that's my special move. Nice to be here. I was doing everything I could.
They'd be like, "Wow, Eric, what a showman!"
I'll tell you what, he knows how to enter a room. Or others were going, oh, this guy, he can't just walk in and be like everybody else. Mr.
Always needs the spotlight.
Mr. Radio.
Maybe it's about Stephanie today. All right,
Hey,
it's her wedding day.
maybe it's not your day,
Hey,
Eric Von Hessler.
Not to add to the fear, but there were a bunch of drones seen over Atlanta this weekend.
I know. Well, we ain't got no nukes.
What about
here.
the orbs, Tim?
He wants to know about the orbs.
I've seen the videos of the orbs. I
Are they
think that they're
real?
the moon.
Because at this point you can start combining things. And remember, they said that ghost flyer of Kiev
was an orb.
Kiev. I'm going back to Kiev. No,
With an old man in a bocce ball court.
it ended up. Or no, it wasn't that. It was like some kind of like. They were saying certain dog fights were coming out of Ukraine, and they turned out to be from video games or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that too. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know how the orbs. Fit
I don't
into-
know anything.
Because an orb is shiny, right? It's got lights in it. Is that what makes an orb an orb?
Something. It looks like a
pulses.
Oh.
wet, like drop
Ooh.
that has light reflecting through it.
I
That's
like
what it looks like
that.
to me.
Very
I'm gonna
erotic.
I'm gonna get on top of my roof tonight and look at the Atlanta skyline and see if I
Yeah.
see any of these orbs over Atlanta.
By the way, this idea that they should just shoot them all down, the debris does fall on people.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've trusted America's Best Choice for window replacement for more than a decade. I've watched this company expand to include many different services, but all done with the same high standards they've had from the very first day we met. They've earned my certification for not only replacement windows, but for siding, decks, awnings, and fencing, all done with honest, upfront pricing. Plus, ABC's 3-way warranty includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, meaning you'll never risk your spend with America's Best Choice.
Transform your home with America's Best Choice, where quality meets affordability. For a limited time, get the best quality windows starting at just $299. Plus, act now and save 10% on all new decks. Imagine the possibilities with our highly skilled professional crews. And that's not all. Enjoy great pricing on siding, roofing, fencing, motorized awnings, and more. Don't wait. Go to abcwin.com and schedule your free consultation. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Give the gift of Slurp this holiday with a gift card from Atlanta's best ramen house, Jinya Ramen Bar. Nothing beats the cold more than a massive bowl of the most flavorful ramen soup in the city. Jinya's signature broths balance the flavors of pork, chicken, and vegetables with the perfect blend of Japanese spices and noodles, creating an unforgettable ramen experience. Visit JinyaRamenBar.com for more, including job opportunities. JinyaRamenBar.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Ramjack has the highest quality foundation repair products in the nation. And I'm not just saying it. An independent testing organization certified it. Doug Turnbull here. No other foundation repair product will perform as well as Ramjack. My friend Mark Beckham, the owner of Ramjack, gets calls every day to remove and fix the work other foundation companies left behind. That's why Ramjack backs their work with a fully transferable life of the structure warranty. Get your free estimate. Just Google Atlanta Ramjack.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 3:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by Vincent Financial. WSB's top story: details are emerging after the mass shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin today. Now, CNN's Veronica Miracle has been working her sources. Veronica, what have you learned?
We understand that the shooter used a 9mm pistol. That's according to our CNN's Josh Campbell. This is a gun that is pretty common and that is easy to obtain, but the question now exactly is, how did a child, someone who's under the age of 18, obtain that weapon? All
right, details about the shooter and the victims, though, remain unknown. Madison police say 2 are dead, including the shooter. 6 others are also injured, so it is possible the number of those killed could rise. In other stories we're following for you this half hour, a search is underway for 2 suspects wanted for robbing and shooting a man on his bike in southwest Atlanta. It happened on Hiawassee Drive, where police say 2 masked men drove up in a white sedan, shot the victim, and stole his electric bike and his backpack. The victim was alert and conscious when taken to Grady. Atlanta police are hoping camera footage helps them ID the suspects. Gwinnett County police are identifying the suspect in an officer-involved shooting we've been covering. They say his name is Edwin Mendez.
Police receive a 911 call from neighbors on Holland Drive off Bethany Church Road in Snellville.
The caller stated that they heard approximately 4 to 5 shots, followed by someone screaming.
Gwinnett Police Sergeant Colin Flynn says when officers arrived, a man came out of the home with a handgun and pointed it at them. That's when one officer fired a single shot, injuring the suspect. He'll face charges once he's released from the hospital. Flynn says they're still sorting out what led to the argument inside the home. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Flu is on the uptick in Georgia, so says the State Department of Health, which tells us most people seem to be coming down with influenza A. Now, it seems right now the DPH says there's a shift from children with flu to young adults and the middle-aged, so everyone aged 6 months or older is urged to get vaccinated. A public memorial service is now set for the president and GM of studio operations at Tyler Perry Studios, who was killed in a plane crash this month. It is set for Saturday, December 28th at noon at the Terra Theater to honor Steve Minch. A statement says Minch passed away unexpectedly on December 6th while piloting the custom-built plane that reflected his passion for flying and innovation. It's 3:32. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. First, we're going to check in with Triple Team Traffic headed up this afternoon by Mr. Andrew Seco. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon, Veronica. Starting things off with a little lighter than normal volume in and around the metro Atlanta area. Got a little bit of stoppage downtown or connector south, leaving you slow and going just a bit from 85 south all the way down past I-20 a little bit. And it looks like we might have something on the southwest side. Seen some brake lights. Might have a lane impacted here with trouble. 285 south on the outer loop when you get to Hollowell Parkway. That is exit 12. Andrew Seco, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz with Atlanta's most accurate and dependable weather forecast. Clouds will increase as we head through this evening. Fog develops overnight into Tuesday morning down to 51. And then the fog burns off, partly to mostly cloudy with just a 20% chance of a stray shower Tuesday, high 69. On Wednesday, we'll start with a little fog, 54 in the morning, high 70 and partly cloudy with scattered showers. Wednesday's rain chance, 40%.
Right now, 61 degrees in Tucker, 65 in Hapeville, and 64 in Midtown Atlanta at 3:33. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health. And I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual Imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
This past year has been incredibly tough for me. Hey, it's Belinda. Last year, I lost my dad, and most recently, my mom passed away peacefully at home. Please bear with me. My heart is broken. But I'm so grateful Mom was able to remain in her home until the end, thanks to the outstanding caregivers. I just have to tell you about Four Seasons Home Care. Mom loved the caregivers who took such good care of her. Knowing she was in good hands allowed me to be there as her daughter without the stress of managing everything alone. And I was able to keep up with my own responsibilities as a wife and mom, knowing we had these angels who were there day and night, making sure that Mom had everything she needed and fulfilled her wish to stay at home where she was most comfortable. Hey, if your parents are aging, don't wait to get caregiving help. Call Four Seasons Home Care and start the conversation. It's a free call and it can make all the difference. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
The end of the year is near. Still looking for a way to spread holiday cheer? Visit TommyNobisCenter.org and watch them tow your vehicle out of sight. Help place someone with disabilities in a job that's just right. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities find meaningful employment and achieve their dreams. Join us in spreading joy and creating brighter futures. Together, we can drive change this holiday season. Visit TommyNobisCenter.org to make your tax-deductible donation of cars or cash today.
Heavy rain can find its way into your home. In fact, you could be one storm away from a flooded basement or serious mold. See the experts at AquaGuard.net. They know how to find the permanent solution your basement needs to stay dry. Remember, AquaGuard.
Sorry, I'm just dancing. trying to figure out what them drones is doing. I'm sure it's all for good.
Of course.
Don't you think it's all for good?
Yeah.
They're probably here. If I go by my science fiction, they're probably here because they realize that mankind, I don't know if you know about this sort of idea that's out there, that the aliens, they're not going to let us blow ourselves up. Yeah. Now, I don't know why. The idea is that somehow now you're getting us involved. But in reality, I mean, you wouldn't even really notice if you were, you'd notice on Mars maybe if we all blew ourselves up. But you wouldn't, by the time you get out to Jupiter, do you really even notice? Is there any real effect? I don't really think so. I mean,
it might rock other dimensions.
That's a possibility because we don't understand the other dimensions. So maybe we could kind of toss some frequency out there that would mess with people in other dimensions. And of course, whenever we think of people in other dimensions or in planets far away, we never think of them as possibly being trailer park bound hillbillies. We always think of them as, oh, they must be more advanced than us. So they would be keeping an eye on us from their faraway planet or from their exotic extra dimension. And this idea is that they would just, hey, let mankind be as ridiculous as they want to. But once they get to the point where they're going to blow themselves sky high, well, now you're getting us involved, which I don't even really understand how it gets them involved.
Send in the drones.
Can't let that happen.
That's right. Now it's time. So I'm sure they're here. They're here, I'm sure, just because we're probably getting too close, and they're going to stop us with some sort of electromagnetic force field that won't allow all the actors on Earth that want to have decided it's come to it. Now is the time. Nuclear war is the only answer. Can you imagine human beings actually have been trained to look at the different metrics and go, in this case, nuclear war is the only answer. So if we got to that point and that all of them, the villains, you know what I'm talking about, the people you're told by your intelligence agencies are the villains, and even the good guys. You know who I'm talking about. The people our intelligence agent, us. Even the villains and the bad guys are all pressing down, their finger is headed right to that button to launch, and that's when the aliens, they let off that the drones full of electromagnetic freeze. You've heard of frequencies. These are frequencies.
And then the
they
missiles
freeze the frequency.
The missiles fall out of the sky and land on urban areas and crush cars.
Well, no, the missiles have not taken off yet in my scenario because the fingers of the good guys.
Oh, they're still trembling over the
You know who
button.
they are.
Yeah,
us. The bad guys know who they are. Them. And they're going, they haven't, good and bad, have not put their finger on the button yet. And that's when they put out their frequencies, which is the name of our show today, Frequency. And they stopped the whole thing because for some reason I'm sure that's what's going on.
Of course.
Right?
It's the most logical conclusion to come up with.
Otherwise, I think the only thing, if we find out that this is some kind of higher intelligence, or so they think they are, because they got here and we didn't get to them, I think that we really have to, from the jump, if we find that out, I think that we have to challenge them to something, because they wouldn't want to be seen as weak. So we get that. Yeah, we get that.
Interdimensional aliens?
Yeah, whoever. They don't want to be seen as weak.
They used all their energy to get here, so they have to take over hobby drones that make
yes,
noise
possible.
and fly over cities.
It's possible. But I think that we have to get that 19-year-old kid who just became the chess champion of the world.
Oh, yeah.
And we just challenge him to a game of chess. Best 3 out of 5, winner takes all. And we said they got to go in their extra dimensions, find their best chess player. And, of course, chess is universal, right? There's no
Obviously.
doubt. They have some sort of version of it because isn't it just math? I don't know what it is. I can't play a game like that. I have no idea how the brain works.
Is it math?
Well, ultimately, it's like what part of your brain does it? If things appeal to your, you got to work it out with the words part of your brain. I can usually do pretty well. But anything that has to do with the math part of your brain, I cannot do well at all. For instance, and this will bore people, but who cares? It's Christmas week, almost. I always wondered why, because I love watching movies, and I do understand what directors are doing. And usually when I understand what somebody's doing, I can easily imagine myself doing it, or I can decide to do it, or I listen to people on the radio before I got on the radio. Like I can figure out, if I can figure out what you're doing, then I can kind of stylize it to what I need. But when I'm watching directors, I've never been able to ever see myself actually being able to direct a scene with actors and the camera moving. And then I watched a breakdown of it and saw exactly how they blocked the floor. And they were breaking down one scene from one movie that I like very much and showing everything that was going on. And when it was over, I realized, oh, there's a whole hell of a lot of math going on there. That's why I can't do that. And then so I can't.
Now you're a chess champion.
So, well, I could never be a chess champion because although it may not be mathematics, I'm telling you, whoever's good at it is probably damn good at mathematics as well. So they're working on that side of the brain. So don't challenge the aliens from another dimension with, we're going to give you our favorite radio host from the Atlanta metro area, because that's not going to work. You want to go get this 19-year-old kid. Where's he from? India or something?
He's Indian.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have a drone problem right now.
But because they got the kid.
Oh.
They got the chess kid. You think they're going to mess with the country that's got the 19-year-old chess master? There are 75-year-olds been playing this game all day long for their whole lives. This 19-year-old comes along, makes them look like a moron. So that's what I'm saying. I know this kid may be enjoying his newfound celebrity, being the chess king of the world, but look, kid, we need you. We need you right now. You got to go fight the aliens. Yeah, these guys.
You're our only hope.
You're our only hope. What's his name? I should know his name. He's like probably the smartest guy. What? Some of these guys go crazy. They're so smart. These chess guys. Who is
Well,
Bobby?
that's the thing. A lot of people that are smart, really smart,
Yeah.
aren't always really smart in a lot of different ways.
No,
they're really smart in very much one way.
Usually not considered, like, you're not usually the smartest person at chess and also considered the world's greatest lover. These are different lanes. These are different lanes.
Wow.
Usually it could be a plumber
Or
that
even like good
graduated
with
10th
directions
grade.
or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all kinds of weird ways. I'm
Yeah.
just talking about personal experience with Travis because I know that he's very, very smart,
Yeah.
but he's also real dumb.
Does he play chess?
I'm sure he does. Absent-minded.
I'm sure he can. I mean, Elliot plays chess.
Absent-minded professor, kind of thing can go on. What's the guy's name?
Gukesh Damaraju.
That's a good name because who was the guy? Bobby, whatever his name
Fischer.
was? Oh, he went nuts. He went nuts. He was like this age when he emerged, right? Wasn't he like 18, 19, 20 years old?
There is some
You
controversy.
don't know what to do with all that intelligence.
There is some controversy, though.
Was he a cheater?
There are people saying that Dean Liren is the person he went up against, that
Yeah.
he intentionally lost on purpose.
Now, why would that be?
That's what I'm reading about right now.
Why would
He's
that
afraid
be?
of the aliens.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly.
Oh.
You're onto something there, George.
Maybe he is an alien.
Yeah, and he wants the aliens to have to
Skin
fight
suit.
an inferior chess king.
Knock you off your balance and get
Remember
him.
the chess king? Is that still around? The chess king?
I was
Wasn't
going to
that-
say something earlier, a joke that if he win, because he won, he got a gift card, but they're not around anymore.
They're not around
The
anymore.
ugliest possible clothes
I gotta say
ever.
that the people who shopped at Chess King,
I don't even know what that is.
strangely enough, were the least. You never thought these people would be smart enough to play chess. It was kind of an odd thing. the
I
Chess
had a
King.
pair of parachute pants from Chess King and a rubber belt with paint on it.
They were kind of like they came
Ugly.
along when the Pacific Somewhere folks.
So
came
what would you
along,
like
too.
get
It was
this in like a Macy's, or was
That's
it
where
its
you
own
would go to
place?
get
No,
that
it's like
jacket with the flap on it. What's that jacket? The members only jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was more like a Pacific Sunwear, like it's somewhere in the mall, like Chess King.
Yes.
Then Abercrombie came along with all their homoerotic designings and just sort of took over that whole space. With they would hire a young Tim Andrews to take off his shirt and stand
What was-
outside the
You
store.
like my gut?
Bring people in.
What was more successful, Ed Hardy or Chess King?
Listen, even when Ed Hardy was successful, I find it difficult to find. I can't call that a success. I can't. Anybody who wore that stuff, I suddenly lost all faith in them.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
They said I couldn't do it, but I'm doing it. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and I'm changing the septic industry. Customers ask, how do you not charge to pump out our tank with a repair? Other companies charge hundreds for that. What's the catch? No catch. With Scorpion Septic, there's never a pump out charge with your repair.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic. Details online.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
This holiday season, it's all about gratitude. This is Scott Slade, and to share in that spirit, I'd like to share a few heartfelt thank yous my friends at MyLand have received recently.
I was in such a financial bind with heavy credit card debt dating back to COVID. Mylan went above and beyond to save me over $500 per month and eliminated the high interest rates on my credit cards. What a relief. I will be referring my family and friends to Mylan. Thank you.
Folks, I could read testimonials and stories like this for days. If you haven't taken the time to call MyLand to see what options are available for you to save money with your refinance, you need to set aside a few minutes and do just that. Call MyLand, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com, spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Norwegian Cruise Line invites you to experience more in the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and beyond. For a limited time, get 50% off all cruises and enjoy NCL's all-new More at Sea cruising package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite. And right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, score an extra $30 off with promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K. With 5 generations of experience, they've consistently delivered the world's best steak experience, and they will for you as well. The gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. I have been giving gifts from Omaha Steaks since I was in law school. When I've wanted to impress people, Omaha Steaks always impresses. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K, at checkout. That's 50% off. It's Omaha, O-M-A-H-A, steaks.com. Get $30 off with promo code ERIC. Minimum purchase applies. omahasteaks.com.
Let's go ahead and open this up and start it up, and then we'll finish it up on the other side of the hour. Let's do this.
This is interesting.
Or...
no thanks.
It's pretty simple. Jared Yamamoto tosses headlines at me. I will respond with either...
this is interesting.
Or...
no thanks.
a rather hesitant no thanks there. But
I had
no
had you guessing there for a second.
I didn't know.
Is he going to hit it?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, I was as confused as I am about these drones.
Hello, everyone.
He hoes everyone.
I
So
hoe 'em all.
You know what? And in this season of giving, I think we all should hoe everyone. So please, isn't that the message of a Charlie Brown Christmas?
They don't put all that pressure on Santa.
Hey, listen, Santa's got all the pressure. Santa, it's a pretty pressurized. I think when he started the job, there's probably only like 3 billion people in the world. The customer
Less
list is
than that.
up. Yeah, well, I don't know. When did he get started? Really the Santa Claus that we know, it's kind of sad to really realize this, but isn't it just like that cartoonist, Thomas Nast? He made that Santa Claus for Coca-Cola Company, and that's really when we got that Santa Claus, the one that we look at.
Yep.
As opposed to Father Christmas.
I'm
It was a boring Santa
or
Claus.
St. Nicholas, which was drawn before that.
Yeah, St. Nicholas is
280 AD.
based on a real dude, I think.
What?
Who was,
280 AD.
Oh.
yeah, but then I'm talking about this. Our Santa Claus started with shortly after that druggist created that Coke drink. And they needed to promote it. That's our Santa Claus started there.
I see.
And Father Christmas was kind of he's better. He was kind of boring. Yeah, it was a little bit boring. You know how the English are. Not big with the imagination.
No, they're not.
He was like nice because he didn't beat you. Like that was the whole thing. It was nice by omission. Oh, it's an old man that doesn't smack you around.
Gives you
Isn't
some
that nice?
Gives you some gruel.
No. For one day, he just doesn't smack you. That's the idea. The kids
Normally
all come
I'd
out.
smack your face, but not today. Merry Christmas.
Best day ever.
Yes, we don't get smacked in the face today. All right, so what you got?
All right, from the Daily Beast, Sesame Street has been left with no home after HBO has canceled their deal.
Oh.
This is interesting.
They're all unhoused.
I have to say that this is something that's kind of deserved. You know, I am the first generation of Sesame Street kids. I was 5 years old in 1969. I remember sitting down and watching it, not knowing that it was brand new. It was just on. And their way of teaching helped me so much, especially reading, phonics, all of that. And also, it was kind of cool because you saw kids of different, it's like they were always kind of multiracial and everything, but it wasn't like we're smacking you in the face with a message. It was about learning how to read, learning how to write, and also realizing that there's all kinds of different kids in the world. It was fantastic. They would take you all over the world. You see people on farms. You see people who lived in really heavy populated cities, urban areas. But the whole thing was about teaching. And I feel like over the years, they became more of an advocacy group from the Children's Television Workshop and all that kind of stuff. And now, they've lost probably to Nickelodeon for years and whatever other kind of, that pig show, that's not on there, right? I mean,
Peppa Pig,
whatever. Like they're not producing hits anymore. And
Hey, Bird, let's go kill Bluey.
Let's wasn't Elmo giving out like CDC advice?
Oh, yeah.
And
make sure to
getting
use your
involved?
vaccine.
To stay far away from your neighbor.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill your grandma.
Joe Rogan, Elmo's like talk about how Joe Rogan's a danger to your
Joe
grandmother.
Rogan wants you to eat a horse to stay healthy.
That's not smart, right, Elmo?
That's not smart. You gotta listen to old white men who tell you what to do from the government.
And Elmo is now homeless.
Yeah, unhoused.
Oh,
What are you gonna do, Elmo? Nobody's gonna help Elmo. Think of all those good times you gave people, and now no one's willing to reach out to you, Elmo, and give you a home.
You know what? I'm not all so down and out. I got friends. I got connected friends.
You're doing all right on the streets.
Just because Sesame Street used to be a ghetto and now we're gentrified doesn't mean I don't still have friends on the inside.
You want Sesame Street was gentrified?
This is radio, and people can't see. Every time that Elmo says friends, Elmo winks at me like friends. Like I don't know what Elmo's talking. You see, you say
friends.
You're welcome.
Very connected friends. This is supposed to be like New York City,
Yeah, I know. So
it's not far from places where a lot of people are connected.
Are you unhoused or are you homeless? What do you consider yourself?
I consider myself connected.
You're not living in the garbage can with Oscar because he has a lot of room in
Oscar
there.
won't let me in. He always has a friend living there. Some worm.
Some worm.
Right, the worm.
What are Bert and
His
Ernie gonna
best
do?
friend. They've been living together forever.
I guess Oscar.
They moved to Boca.
Oscar. Oscar.
No one will judge us here, Bert.
Oscar. Oscar's the same, whatever. He doesn't care. He lives in a garbage can.
I know Big Bird's flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got a little strange, I think, Big
You
Bird.
went MAGA, right?
Got a little
He
nuts.
was selling H on the side.
Hey, Bird, you got any H?
That's sad for me, though.
You think Snuffleupagus acts like that because he's sober?
Sniffleupagus.
The Count? I don't know what's going to happen to the Count.
I'm going back to Transylvania.
Also very connected. Shady underworld.
We're a shady group of individuals, but that's the way their life used to be back then.
Bob didn't get fired. I killed him and turned him into food.
So you sound like you're going to be okay, Elmo. I expected you.
I'm going to be fine. Elmo, don't worry about old Elmo.
Yeah.
I got lots of friends.
Stop winking when you say that to me. I don't
Friends.
know.
It might be a
means.
twitch, Eric, honestly. It might be a twitch.
Elmo-
Elmo's been on
It
the
would be a
street for...
shame to have a certain large large bird's nest burned to the ground. That would be so sad for Elmo.
Elmo's freaking me out.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
Spend time where it matters most this holiday season and sell your home fast with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Don't worry about open houses and spending money on costly repairs. The guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close in as little as 21 days. Selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will make, so who you work with matters. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
However you celebrate the season, Breda Pest Management would like to take this time to celebrate you and thank you for your business. As a local family-owned and operated company, the Breda family appreciates you and yours and wishes you all a very Merry Christmas and a bug and critter-free New Year. Breda Pest Management, they handle bugs and critters. BREDAPest.com.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. WSB's top story this hour.
God is good, God is gracious, and my kids are safe. My family's safe.
They're reuniting families now after deadly violence at a private school in Madison, Wisconsin. That mother's kids are safe, but other families are in mourning tonight. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says a teacher and a teenager at Abundant Life Christian School have been shot to death by a teen student using a handgun.
6 other people were injured. 2 students are now in critical condition in the hospital, and these injuries are considered life-threatening injuries.
Now, the Madison, Wisconsin Fire Chief Chris Carbon says he agrees with the police chief that this is a day none of them ever wanted to have to respond to.
Our hearts are with you. Our arms are around you.
and we will be with you throughout the duration of this.
The shooting was confined to one area of the school. The chief says they have cleared the property to be sure no danger remains. Stay with WSB. We'll continue to bring you details as they emerge from this tragic event. It's 64 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta, and Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz is expecting clouds to continue for quite a while. Our highs only reaching around the upper 50s, low 60s today. Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast is coming up. There's been yet another fatal pedestrian accident in Cobb County, the latest in an unfortunate series of such events. This time, a man was struck trying to cross Canton Road near the intersection with Jamerson. Police say the victim was not in a marked crosswalk at the time. He was struck by a black BMW SUV that was going northbound. The driver did stay on scene on Canton Road to speak to investigators. He and his two passengers were not injured. But pedestrian accidents, which are often fatal, are continuing to make the news day after day, and that is prompting a call for change.
One car stopped as Veronica Watts walked across North Avenue in a crosswalk earlier this year, but the car behind swerved around that car and threw Watts into the air. She wants to see a change in Metro Atlanta.
Atlanta is a car-centric, car-focused city, so the infrastructure hasn't been built in a way to support pedestrians or bicyclists.
Watts says putting crosswalks closer to bus stations is just one change that would keep pedestrians safer. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Health and Human Services Secretary nominee Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going to be making the rounds on Capitol Hill starting today. He is set to meet with senators this week and is expected to face some scrutiny for his anti-vaccine views. A man is facing charges in connection with the brutal rape and assault of a woman in Cobb County.
Cobb police say the incident happened at a home in Mableton last Friday. The suspect, 26-year-old Ahmad Rucker, is accused of entering the 74-year-old victim's home and raping her in front of her 5-year-old granddaughter. The victim was treated for injuries, including a broken shoulder and nose, and she told police she didn't know the suspect. Rucker is facing multiple felony charges, including rape, 4 counts of battery, elder abuse, and cruelty to children. He's jailed without bond. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Gwinnett County Police identified 32-year-old Edwin Mendez as the suspect in an officer-involved shooting.
Police receive a 911 call from neighbors on Holland Drive off Bethany Church Road in Snellville.
The caller stated that they heard approximately 4 to 5 shots, followed by someone screaming.
Gwinnett Police Sergeant Colin Flynn says when officers arrived, a man came out of the home with a handgun and pointed it at them. That's when one officer fired a single shot, injuring the suspect.
WSB's Jennifer Perry reports Mendez is charged with aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, reckless conduct, and shooting a firearm within 50 yards of a public road. The California DMV is apologizing for an quote-unquote unacceptable and disturbing personalized truck license plate the agency said displayed hate speech related to the October 7th, 2023 attack on Israel. But a relative of the victim's owner says, the vehicle's owner rather, says this whole controversy was an unfortunate misunderstanding. Okay, listen to this. A photo posted by the watchdog group Stop Anti-Semitism shows a license plate on a Tesla Cybertruck that read LOLOCT7. Now, the son of the truck's owner tells ABC7 that the personalized plate refers to the owner, who is a Filipino grandfather. Lolo means grandfather in Tagalog. CT refers to the Cybertruck, while 7 represents the owner's 7 children. But of course, it looked to other observers as LOL October 7th. All right, it's 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine is going to continue for you in less than 2 minutes. But first, we are starting off your live team coverage of traffic and weather, and our WSB Triple Team traffic begins with Andrew Seco.
Seeing the worst of things on the inner loop through Doraville, 285 eastbound. You are slowing and going past the Spaghetti Junction. That's where 285 meets 85 in DeKalb County. On and off those brakes from Beaufort Highway down to the Stone Mountain Freeway. Looking at a little trouble on the Beaufort Spring Connect. We're heading northbound at Sidney Marcus. Left turn lane blocked off with a stall here from the pinch on your ride into Brookhaven, and still seeing brake lights on the west side. Earlier trouble still cause delays. 285 south on the outer loop when you get to Hollowell Parkway. That is exit 12. Chicken to rides are Midtown downtown to help with Chinway Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
In Buckhead, we've got a MARTA bus stalled in the left turning lane on Beaufort Spring Connector northbound at Sidney Marcus Boulevard, adding to your slowdowns on 85 southbound beginning at Georgia 400, 75 south slow beginning at Howell Mill Road, and brake lights all the way to Freedom Parkway, 75 northbound slowing and going from Langford Parkway to North Avenue, exit 249. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz with Atlanta's most accurate and dependable weather forecast. Upper 50s to near 60 through the afternoon with a mostly cloudy sky, falling back through the 50s slowly this evening and overnight bottoming out at 51. Has some patchy fog Tuesday morning, then mostly cloudy, 20% chance of an isolated shower tomorrow, high 69. And then some scattered showers Wednesday, rain chance comes up to 40%, low 54, high 70.
65 degrees right now in Stonecrest. It's 66 in Villa Rica and 63 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 4:06. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. You know, they say this time of year, if you haven't felt it yet, you gotta kickstart yourself. You gotta push yourself out of the holiday funk and into the proper holiday mood. And I didn't find it that difficult this year, but I would say over the last 4 or 5 days, certainly over the weekend, we put up the tree upstairs. I put a tree in my basement room there. It's not really my man cave because it's also where everybody watches TV. But it's kind of my man cave.
The TV room.
TV room. Put it up there. Lots of lights. Had my 3-year-old grandson and his friends. They came over for the gingerbread party, house party thing that I ignore until the last 5 minutes, where I make an appearance and say thank you for coming to my house. Sorry for ignoring you for the last 2.5 hours, but I was downstairs. I didn't realize there were so many people up here, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, we're definitely getting into the Christmas spirit, and I saw that for those of you to help out, that's what we're here for, to help out. Is some people, I saw, if they're not into it yet, I saw an article in Dig, that's with 2 G's.
Nice.
And said things that you can do if you need to jumpstart this. You need to get yourself out of the holiday funk. Autumn, are you in the holiday funk, or are you in the good holiday mood?
No, I'm in a great mood.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, you got Joe going and everything.
I got Joe going. I got kids.
Yeah, you're all good.
It's all good.
But if you're not where Autumn and myself are, Jared, you just brought in cookies. So you and Christina over the weekend, you were making delicious cookies.
Yeah, we had a
That'll do it, right?
Nice family outing where all of her side of the family gets together and we make cookies every year. Although there was a weird moment last night where the Christmas playlist turned to the Schindler's List playlist. So we're at one point,
you have a Schindler's List playlist.
My brother-in-law and I were looking at each other like, "What in the hell are we listening to?"
So is it like the Schindler's List, like the soundtrack to the film or something?
I guess
incidental music.
So,
I could have done more.
Yeah.
This spoon. How many more lives for this spoon?
So it was absolutely bizarre because we're making all these cookies and we're having a great time socializing. At one point, that my brother-in-law and my father-in-law look at each other like, "What in the hell are we listening to?"
Yeah.
And we look over on Amazon's playing the Schindler's List playlist.
I didn't know that there was a Schindler's List playlist. I didn't know
I'm sure it's not a playlist. It's more just like the theme. Like
yeah, it's got to be just soundtrack of some kind. Anyway, let's get off that. It's Christmas
I'm sorry.
season.
I'll go back to Christmas music.
Thank you, Amazon.
It's like. So this is George Clark. What kind of Christmas guy are you? I don't even know. You a Christmas guy?
Feeling Christmassy.
All right, you got a tree up in your studio apartment?
No tree, no.
Come on, man. You got to have a tree of some kind, even if it's a small.
Get a little fake one, little Charlie Brown.
Oh, all my trees are fake now.
I'll make it a mission.
All my trees are fake now. I'm done with it. For years, I was like, "Oh, we got to be a real one." What a pain in the ass. This thing, you just take it apart, put it in the bag. The lights are all on it. Everything.
It's so
just,
easy.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no stuff to clean up, and yeah, it's just great. But so if you do, these are some tips. If you do need a little help getting out of the holiday funk, that they all kind of make sense, right? Find classic holiday shows and films. Never easier, by the way, than because of YouTube. You can go back and find the variety shows that you used to watch in the 70s and the Christmas specials, and you'll get nostalgic, number one, and then you'll realize, I can't finish this thing. What was I thinking? These shows are terrible, but you still get the nostalgia. Sonny and Cher, 1972, 73.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I can't make it past like 15 minutes of either of them, but they bring back memories.
You watch Donnie and Marie, that one you can last through.
I was older when Donnie and Marie I left the house when I was 15. I think it's about the time that Donnie and Marie got their own show. I was
You'd
kind
have
of
been
moving
10,
on.
I think.
Huh?
75, you would have been about, what, 10?
Oh, is that when they started in 75?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for some reason, I just was never a big Donnie and Marie. I like the Brady Bunch variety hour.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
I'll
one.
bet you I couldn't make it 2 minutes through it now.
We should mix in one of the older holiday specials with like the Sabrina Carpenter one that just came out,
No,
where
I'm
it's
not
all
interested.
about
Quit
it's all
pushing
about
Sabrina.
being
Why are you
it's all
pushing
about
this so
risque. Well, because the whole thing is
Well, of course it's risque because the audience can't watch one screen without something scandalous or at least them believing in the moment this is something I haven't seen before. Nobody in America in 2024 below the age of 40 is just going to settle into the couch and just let something take them over. So if you want to get attention, this Sabrina Carpenter understands is those had better be very, very, very attractive elf outfits. Is my guess.
She was dressed up as a present in one of the shots.
Okay, that's
yeah.
great.
So
I'm
not
sure
the
she,
elf this time. but
hopefully,
close.
hopefully, whatever round of Botox and fillers is all settled to the point that she doesn't look. Because sometimes you see Sabrina Carpenter right after a treatment and it's freaky, and then other times you see her and you think, "Oh my goodness, that's the most gorgeous person I've ever seen in my life." It all depends on where the fillers and whatever are settling. And I would imagine for a big Christmas special, they would. Make sure. What's the rule, Autumn? Get the work done 2 weeks before your special, something like that. I
Yeah,
think.
2 weeks will do it.
Gotta let it.
A nonsense
settled.
Christmas.
Isn't that what it's called?
I believe that's what
Well,
it is
I mean,
called.
come on, that's not a bad name.
A nonsense.
Go to community events. Not my style, but
Nah.
if you want to.
Give to the poor. Shut up.
Says here,
Oh my gosh, Adam!
are there no workhouses for the
Yeah.
poor?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Decorate your house. How is that? Like, isn't this something everybody knows, or at least your bedroom? I guess as if you have roommates. Listen to the music from your childhood. And this is kind of stupid. This bottom one. Make your devices cheery.
What?
Huh?
Oh, I
Oh,
so
like
change
put
your
eyes on them
background.
or-
Yeah, holiday themed wallpapers.
Yeah, change the
Browser.
Oh.
Spend some time streaming a Yule log on your TV. I do that.
I do that too. I like that.
I like
I
that
did
on
too.
Christmas Eve.
I find it soothing.
Yeah.
It is soothing with the crackling and whatever. Here's the one thing I've found, though. No matter how long it burns, it brings no heat to the room. No matter.
Bizarre, right?
I haven't
no,
quite
some
figured
you
it
have
out.
to believe.
Oh, is that? Am I just
Yeah.
not believing?
You have to put a space heater behind the TV.
That's what it is. So hopefully, however it is, I don't know if we help you, but if you're in a holiday funk, this is your favorite radio host, Eric Von Hessler, saying, "Hey, snap out of it." All right, now give me another or no thanks.
Kind of on trend here from RetailDive.com. Most holiday shoppers will buy a gift for themselves this holiday season. You interested?
No thanks.
Did you say for themselves?
Themselves.
Selves. Yeah, okay.
Sounded like self.
Selves. I think, yeah.
I
Let's
heard
mock him.
selves.
Let's mock him.
Idiot.
You made a mistake.
Mock him.
Dumbass.
Because he said something out of order, out of line, as
How
far as
dare
I'm
you.
concerned.
You're not allowed to make mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, I don't have any interest in this because I think that, let me hear it, say it again.
Most
Oh, it
holiday
sounds dumb.
shoppers
Yeah.
will buy a gift
Yeah, who
for
cares?
themselves this
Yeah,
year.
but-
I bought
I
a
don't-
gift for myself. It's not really a gift. It's like I was buying some stuff on Amazon and I knew that I needed those like bricks that you plug into your wall that have the USB port. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll buy 3 of those.
Yeah, because you don't want the to get the,
Treat yourself.
I have a lot of things to charge, let me tell you.
Get solar
In
one.
order for a good time. When Joe's out of town, for heaven's sakes,
Oh,
she
when
takes
Joe's in
down.
town.
I'm gonna
She
say-
takes half the grid.
Say, not enough outlets in the house.
Yeah, he's got to sleep sometime.
How he can sleep through the. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
you'll
soothing.
learn.
It is. I guess it's, if he has tinnitus, it probably helps. But yeah, see, I can sleep away to that. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Autumn. When you're an adult, we just buy things for ourselves just because. So anything that I buy that's for me in the month of December constitutes a gift to myself.
Yes.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the notion that if I buy something in December, that means I'm buying myself a gift.
No.
It's all crap. I think they've just run out of things to report in December about Christmas.
I need toilet paper. Is someone going to get that for
Oh,
me? Or is
it's a
that going to
gift.
count as...
Oh, is that
I
what you
bought
want?
myself a
Is
gift.
that what you want this year for Christmas? I will pick that up. I will.
That's
I
what you're
will-
getting Friday, Autumn. I sent her gift today. It should be there Friday. It's toilet
Oh, you're giving
paper.
gifts?
Is it toilet paper?
Yeah.
Wow. You're like, I hope it fits.
It's a
This
Christmas
is-
miracle,
This
guys.
is not her brand. Christmas. There was a miracle thing. Why can't I think of it? What's the miracle? There's a toilet paper thing, and their thing for years was miracle something. I just can't remember what it was.
No.
Maybe it was Mr. Whipple. Didn't he have
Mr. Whipple, don't squeeze the Charmin.
Yeah, it was him.
Ballywick.
I felt as if that's not his ballywick.
What's
that was
his
saying? A ballywick is something you're good at.
Well, he was also
Which
good
are-
at telling people to
right.
not squeeze.
I should say your ballywick is something that you have knowledge in, like an area of expertise. And now we've screwed up. That was going to be my word of the day tomorrow. Thanks.
Ballywick?
Thanks for stealing it.
Sorry.
Thanks
I can't
a
read
lot.
into the future.
You know what? I'm going back into my holiday fun.
Bah, humbug.
Thanks a
Oh,
lot,
no,
Tim.
Tim.
You've turned me from
What'd you
holiday
do?
cheer to holiday funk. Andrew Seco is tracking new trouble on 285 in DeKalb.
Stacking and packing on the outer loop through Panthersville. Stalled downing a left lane. 285 northbound on the outer loop as you get to Black Shoals Road. Exit 48. Delays all the way back to Boulder Crest Road already. That's exit 51. Still dealing with issues heading through Midtown. Got a issue in the left lane at Buford Spring Connect heading south at City Marcus Boulevard. Putting a pinch on your ride to Brookhaven. It looks like you might have some new brake lights heading into Stonecrest. Might have something jamming up 20 eastbound at Panola Road. That is exit 71. Checking on your ride through Clayton Henry County with the help of Alex Williams, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Seeing the brake lights start to fill in. 75 southbound out of Hateville, getting down to Forest Parkway. Then sluggish between Stockbridge and McDonough. Northbound, you're hitting the brake lights before Highway 155, breaking free up around Jodico Road. Traffic brought to you by Atlantic Station. Atlantic Station is the heart of Atlanta's holidays. Their celebration at the station festival includes Skate the Station, ice skating rink, Light the Station parade, and tree lighting, and more. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. I'm Caitlin, and selling our home with a guaranteed offer from Marks Bain Real Estate was the best decision we made for our family. With over 11,000 five-star reviews, I had peace of mind knowing I could trust Marks Bain Real Estate to sell our home fast and for more than we were asking. If you're preparing to move, check out Marks Bain Real Estate's guaranteed offer. Go to marksbain.com and see what their guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. That's marksbain.com and start packing.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Did you know you could have a stress-free holiday meal that is sure to impress? Mark Aaron back from my friends at Publix. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast that will leave your guests satisfied. Order now. Make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the Mojo Pork Dinner. It includes moist, tender pork, expertly flavored with a Mojo blend of seasonings, rice and pigeon peas, sweet plantains with bacon and onion, and the amazing, delicious dulce de leche milk-infused bar cake. Items require advanced ordering, so hurry now. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Lovebirds, you're in for a treat. With your holiday proposal just around the corner, Shane Company is here to help you create your dream engagement ring. This is your moment. Let's make it magical. Through 4 generations as a family business, we've helped tons of couples find a beautiful engagement ring for a price that works with their budget. We've always sourced diamonds directly, cut out the middleman, and passed the savings on to you. At Shane Company, we have the widest selection of ring settings and center stones, in stock and ready to compare side by side. It's so easy. Choose a look that brings your vision to life. From classic styles to modern designs, we have them all. Then pick out a natural or lab-grown diamond, a sapphire in your favorite color, or a vibrant gemstone like ruby or amethyst. With our everyday competitive prices and free lifetime warranty, your forever after is safe with us. Visit shaneco.com and come see us in store. We've got your dream ring and fine jewelry gifts for everyone on your list. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2024.
Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
All right, let's keep it rolling with the hums or the no thanks.
Here's a good one. New York Post.
Or I should say It's not hums. Hums is like da-da,
I feel like this one will give a 70-year-old fake dentist held in U.S. practiced in her kitchen, and she extracted 5 teeth for $2,000. This was up in New York.
Okay, wait, was she...
This is interesting.
Autumn Fisher has a question.
Yes.
This is like dog bites man or whatever, or that weird way of phrasing something.
Yeah.
Is the person 70 years old, or
Correct.
have they been a 70-year-old fake dentist?
She's 70 years old. Her name is Gladys Serrano, and
So I wonder how long she's been being a fake dentist.
that's what we're
Well,
trying to...
we only know of 5 teeth, so not long.
5 teeth for $2,000, and
By the way, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Yeah, how much did you just pay for? How many teeth did you get out?
Oh, well, I only had one in this time because it was in
17
between.
teeth?
It was just in between a thing, and I had to do a bridge, and it wasn't. It was in the way. Let's put
That's
it that way.
$400 per tooth, though. Really?
Yeah, but I mean, that's probably I don't know what does a tooth usually get pulled for? I don't really know.
What's the street value of a tooth?
And was she using the isopropyl alcohol? If she was, I don't see any problem here. She's being hygienic.
It doesn't say what she used, but it does say that they did it in the middle of her kitchen. Which, if you're the if you're the
first of all,
patient,
if you're the patient, you know that this is not now. The patient's got to be in some
Seems
sort of
above board. I'm just in this lady's kitchen.
I'm assuming undocumented, maybe. Like, I don't want to go to an official dentist because my records might be.
Or I don't have dental insurance.
Right.
And it says in Massachusetts it's $240 for a tooth.
So massively overcharging, almost double. There's something going on here. There's a reason that you decide this is the best dentistry I can get. Because even if you don't have any money, one thing I know about hair cutting and dentistry is there are students. There's always students at some university level that you can go, and basically you're kind of their guinea pig, but it's not like they don't have.
Oh, they give you a great rate.
Yeah, and they have people, right, because they have to, they can't work on dolls like Herbie. What was from Rudolph?
I want to be a dentist.
Was it Hermie?
Yeah, Hermie the elf, yeah.
So, like, they can't just all work on, baby dolls like that guy. They got to have human beings. So you can, if you don't have a lot of money, there's a way to get in touch with some dental university or something. And, yeah, you're going to be a little bit of a guinea pig, but they got a real dentist there, I'm sure. Walks around, makes sure that things are okay. So there's a way to get it done. So if you're in somebody's kitchen and they're doing dentistry, there's a whole story here that has more to do with than the 70-year-old dentist. My father knew a bunch of characters, and I remember one time I had to get 12 stitches taken out of my head, and we ended up at this person's apartment, and I laid down on the couch, and some guy took the stitches out of my head.
He was a vet.
I think he was like a mafia doctor or something.
Well, that's what I mean, like a veterinarian.
Yeah, he was like a mafia doctor because my dad's friend's name was Sacco.
Sacco? That's a great name.
Yeah, you put it together. You want to give these away?
Yeah, let's do it.
2 tickets to see Rod Stewart on Friday, August 1st, 2025, all next year, at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Andrew Seco is seeing brake lights on I-20 into Stonecrest.
That we are. Earlier trouble looks like it's gone by the wayside, but still seeing those brake lights. I-20 eastbound, starting at Panola Road all the way back to 285. Maybe time to hop onto Covington Highway. Save you a little bit of time looking at your ride from DeKalb into Gwinnett. You were on and off the brakes. 85 north from Duluth, from Norcross up into Duluth, braking free until you headed to Sewanee in our downtown ride. Having you slowing and going on the connector north and south from 17th Street all the way down past I-20. Let's circle the city with help with Chinway Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Better news in DeKalb. That stalled vehicle is off to the right on I-285 westbound near Flat Shoals Road, so your delays are improving there. In Fulton County, road maintenance blocking the right lane on 285 southbound near Camp Creek Parkway. And in the northeast, 285 eastbound, slow out of Doraville over to Highway 78. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you're ignoring any cracked brick or concrete, you could be ignoring important foundation problems, and you need to get ahead of these problems sooner rather than later. Don't wait any longer. Visit aquaguard.net today to book your free inspection.
AquaGuard. MSC Cruises holiday sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve. Or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
City of Hope, a place where seemingly impossible blood cancers become treatable, curable. With more than 19,000 bone marrow transplants performed, we're the largest and most successful program in the U.S., making major breakthroughs in treating leukemia, lymphoma, and rare blood cancers, personalizing a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Now the experts striving to make the impossible a reality are closer to home. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Can you believe it, friends? Fall is here. Now's the time to get your home's roof, siding, and windows ready for the change of season. Mark Aaron back from my pals at Dr. Roof. They are here to help you with your roofing, siding, and windows, and they have a new program to help you get your project done while you can hold on to your cash. Dr. Roof offering buy now and pay later programs just for a limited time. So imagine upgrading your roof, siding, or windows now and paying later. Sure can't beat that from someone who's been around for over 35 years. Call them now to see if you qualify for a program that fits your needs.
With Buckhead Life Restaurant Group, you can celebrate the holidays all year long, like during Will You Marry Me Day at Chops.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I got the promotion day at Atlanta Fish Market.
This one's on me, guys.
Or I'm just out with my girlfriend Eve at Bistro Nico. Share the life of the holidays by giving the ultimate dining card. Pick one up before December 25th to give 20% more to those who celebrate every holiday with you. Buy today in person or at buckheadrestaurants.com.
This holiday season, skip the practical and give something magical. This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where we've been Atlanta's source for holiday magic since 1939. For a timeless gift that keeps on giving, our dazzling diamond studs start at just $275, and they can be upgraded for life. Pick from a huge selection of birthstone jewelry starting at just $155. Or for the ultimate magic moment, find the perfect ring for an unforgettable holiday proposal. Come shop with us in Atlanta, Kennesaw, or Sandy Springs, or browse our gift guide at dgeller.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour is brought to you by Hoffman Financial Group. WSB's top story: police say it was a girl who opened fire at a private Christian school Monday morning in Madison, Wisconsin, killing 2 people in the final week before Christmas break. Police say the shooter also died, likely by suicide. Madison, Wisconsin Police Chief Sean Barnes offered no details on the victims, but said there were 6 people wounded, 2 with life-threatening injuries at Abundant Life Christian School.
Today truly is a sad day for Madison and for our country. It is a day that I believe will live in our collective minds for a very, very long time.
Investigators did not immediately know a motive for the shooting. Barnes said they did check the rest of the school and the parking lot and all of the property to make sure that there were no remaining dangers. It's 63 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz is forecasting some more clouds to stay with us for the next couple of days. How wet will it be later this week? Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast is coming up. A recent rash of pedestrian accidents in the metro area is cause for concern, and in at least one person's opinion, it's cause for change.
Veronica Watts was struck by a speeding car as she crossed North Avenue earlier this year. Her experience has made her an advocate for change to put the brakes on pedestrian accidents.
Even down to the infrastructure, there's things that we can change.
Watts says advocating for change on social media is one good way to focus on those who walk our roads.
People have to show that it's affecting people, and there has to be somebody to bring it to light.
She's working with lawmakers to bring change on the state level. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
President-elect Trump tells reporters he would consider pardoning embattled New York Mayor Eric Adams. Says the country was, quote, not going to lose, end quote, the polio vaccine if Robert Kennedy Jr. becomes health secretary, and weighs in on the flurry of drone sightings over New Jersey during a freewheeling press conference today at Mar-a-Lago.
The president-elect said he believes the government knows more than it's saying about drones.
Our military knows and our president knows.
Trump alleged they want to, quote, keep people in suspense.
That's Stephen Portnoy reporting. Atlanta police are hunting a pair of men who shot and robbed a man riding his electric bike in southwest Atlanta.
The early morning assault occurred on Hiawassee Drive. The suspects were wearing masks when they drove up in a white sedan, shot the victim, and then stole his e-bike and backpack. Investigators are hopeful that camera footage from the area can help identify the 2 assailants.
And Graham Carroll reports that the victim was alert and conscious when taken to Grady Hospital. Flu activity is picking up across the state.
Dr. Sherry Drenzik with the Georgia Department of Public Health says it's mostly influenza A that's circulating here in Georgia.
It's really been like a 50-50 combination of the 2 types of A viruses. One is called H3N2, the other is called H1N1.
She says flu is increasing all across the state, including in metro Atlanta. A few weeks ago, more kids were getting sick with flu, but now it's young adults and those middle-aged who are coming down with flu. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A former FBI informant is pleading guilty to federal charges related to making up a story about President Biden and his son Hunter. 44-year-old dual U.S.-Israeli citizen Alexander Smirnov admits making up a story, saying that the Bidens each took $5 million bribes from Ukrainian energy company Burisma. Smirnov pleaded guilty to creating a false record in a federal investigation, obstructing justice, and failing to pay taxes and penalties on $2.1 million in income. And others. It's right now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. First, let's go check in with WSB Triple Team Traffic and Andrew Seco. How is that cloudy afternoon drive?
Well, it's starting to clear up outside right now. The sunshine's coming out, and we are looking clear and easy, lighter than normal volume in and around the metro. But a couple things we got eyes on. Just watch trouble move to the shoulder from the outer loop, 285 south of Camp Creek Parkway. That's exit 2. Brake lights thinning out as you're approaching the airport. Quick check of 400, looking pretty good, with a bit of a slow spot northbound when you get to Windward Parkway. That's exit 11. And it looks like you're right through the northwest, looking clear and easy as well, but you have a little bit of stop at 75 northbound as you're passing Chastain Road. That's exit 271. Taking a look in Midtown, downtown with the help of Alex Williams, Cool Rig Area Traffic Center.
Nothing but brake lights heading into Midtown and downtown, starting southbound at the 85-400 merge. No relief till you get down to I-20. Northbound, you're slow, 75-85 from University Avenue, breaking free up past Peachtree Pine Street. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz with Atlanta's most accurate and dependable weather forecast. Clouds will increase as we head through this evening. Fog develops overnight into Tuesday morning down to 51. And then the fog burns off, partly to mostly cloudy with just a 20% chance of a stray shower Tuesday, high 69. On Wednesday, we'll start with a little fog, 54 in the morning, high 70 and partly cloudy with scattered showers. Wednesday's rain chance, 40%.
It's 59 degrees right now in Woodstock, 67 in Stockbridge, and 65 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta at 4:35. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, football fans. We're on the heart of the season, and the race for the playoffs is on. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, former Atlanta Falcon and Pittsburgh Steeler, and now best-selling author and featured in a new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. I want you to be able to watch this film at no cost because I believe America needs to know the truth about retirement. Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. In football, the basics, blocking and tackling, are what win games. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to your success. This film shows you exactly how to create more income and protect you from the chaos and unnecessary fees of Wall Street. Call today to get your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. If you'd like, schedule a 10-minute call with one of our all-pro retirement specialists. There's nothing to buy, just a brief chat to see if what we do might be a fit for you. I think you would agree, 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is probably worth a call to make sure you've done all that you can to protect and ensure a successful retirement. Call today to get your free streaming code at 888-471-3896. That's 888-471-3896. Again, 888-471-3896. Mitch Lyons Wealth, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
A DUI conviction might cost you your license. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Oh, up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
All right. Are we out of or no thanks? We've been doing it for a while. We could pivot to something else. And you are the producer, Jared Yamamoto. I mean, do people really want to listen to or no thanks for an hour and more than an hour, whatever we're at? We started at 40. All right, we'll do a few more right here.
I got some good ones here. By the way,
I'll decide what's good.
Congrats to Andy Travis of Sandy Springs.
Oh,
who
yeah?
just won those 2 tickets to see your Rod Stewart in
Yeah?
Mayor Spank Amphitheater on Friday, August 1st. You didn't get them? Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com.
They certainly are. Better hurry up. The show is in August of next year.
You have plenty of time to plan.
Well, you may not. If they sell out now, then it doesn't matter, does
Get
it?
your babysitters in order.
Get everything in order. It's funny. A friend of mine on a friend thread said, hey, Elvis Costello's coming. My friend lives in South Carolina, not too far away. And I guess Elvis Costello's on a tour now with the attractions where it's called the early songs. So they're doing all the early stuff. And so he says, hey, I'm going to get tickets. So let me know in the next 24 hours if you want tickets. And I said yes. And my friend Stefan automatically said no. And the show isn't until like next May or something. Like, how do you know that quickly that it's a no? Like that you say, May of next year? Oh no, I'm not available. Who's aware of this at this time?
Well, it is May.
It was so quick. It was like
May Madness is a thing, though. There's a lot of things going on in the month of May.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Gil's birthday.
Eric's birthday.
Kids get out of school.
Birthday.
Ellie's birthday's in there too.
Yeah, May.
I'll be darned. I gotta start paying attention to people's birthdays. I'm not very good with that, as I've proven here on the air. It's not. I don't have that Dale Carnegie part of my personality. You familiar with Dale Carnegie? I don't think it's a name. It's when I was growing up. Everybody
made
knew
that hall.
Yeah,
Carnegie Hall.
Yes.
How to Win Friends and Influence Others.
Right. And that was a big book. I think it came out in like the 30s, the 40s.
Charles Manson loved it.
He certainly did, and he did both of those things.
He did.
Made friends.
And influence.
But for like the business people of the 60s, 70s, 80s, they were fueled by this book. And it's not, I'm aware of some of the things that are taught in there, which is that when you meet people, there's certain mental notes that you make about them. And it's done in such a way that even if you don't see them for 6 months or something like that, because this is for salespeople, everybody's a potential customer. That's the way you're looking at the world. And so everybody that you meet, you just somehow remember their name, you remember their spouse's name, and you remember one other thing about them, whether it's their dog, whether it's just a hobby, whatever. And apparently, if you put those 3 things in your back pocket, and then every time you see somebody, you greet them with their name, how's Betty? And have you been? You still a big Uno champion? Have you been in any any tournaments lately? And I am. I don't know how I had any success whatsoever, because if that's the key to success, I'm terrible.
Well, you don't
Can't
need
remember
that.
people. You know?
Have you seen those Apple commercials? They already tell you that it keeps like a profile on all the people that you've run into before.
Oh yeah,
And
we won't need
AI.
it anymore. We'll have those glasses.
Yeah.
You know, when you're walking down the street, face recognition. It'll be years after the show. I'll be walking down the street and I'll go, "Do I know that girl?" And they go, it'll be a readout. Autumn Fisher. Oh, Autumn, how are you?
Birth date,
been-
June 10th.
Ask her if the vacuum still works.
How's that stick vacuum? Does that still work? Is that going well? So,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, you remember.
I'm not great at that, but somehow I reached some level of success without it. Do you want to hit me with
You've had this
what was
story.
that?
You've
Yeah.
had this story for a couple of days now, so I feel like I have to hit this one.
All right.
From people, why Elton John calls the legalization of marijuana one of the greatest mistakes of all time. Are you interested? Figure. You've had it there for a while.
This is interesting.
My love for the music of Elton John is well known. I think I have gone on the record as saying that I'm a huge fan of Elton John, especially his stuff before the 90s. But then again, he kept going. And even if he wasn't my cup of tea, what was he part of? Tarzan or The Lion King? One of them.
Can you feel
Yeah,
the
yeah.
love?
Even if I wasn't the audience, I was still rooting for Elton. So I'd be glad, hey, Elton's on top, And so I'm a fan of Elton John. But I have to say, I read this article and I thought, this is kind of like, Elton John had a substance abuse problem. He was an alcoholic. And to all the credit in the world to him and the people around him, he did something about it in the early 90s. He went to AA. I think it's one of the reasons he became attached to Atlanta, because I think that's where the rehab took, was
It
here
started
in
with an
Atlanta.
A, and he loves
Yeah,
AA.
they say, hey, A is good. It ends with
Atlanta
an A.
Airport, AA.
Well, even in the last letter in Atlanta is an A. So
Mm-hmm.
you got 2 A's right there. Whatever it was, he probably would have died if he would not have rehabbed himself and become sober. And that's fantastic. And I'm all for that. But there is the other side of that, which is, the people who kind of rehab themselves sometimes don't realize that these things don't wreck all of our lives. Some of us don't have that gene that he has. Now,
The addictive gene.
the addictive gene. Now, look, there are some drugs that are so heavy, I think that they overwhelm you. So I've never been addicted to things.
Well, there's a difference between dependency and addiction.
Yeah, and all of those things. And I think that he sees that, you start with marijuana, then you go somewhere else. I've never really been convinced too much by the gateway drug thing, because a lot of people smoke marijuana when they're young and they never smoke it again. And those people aren't really accounted for, But if you do, it makes sense to me that if you end up being a heroin addict, it doesn't surprise me that along the way you smoked pot. But overwhelmingly, the number of people that have smoked pot, most of them have not even flirted with heroin once. It's kind of like one of those things where you can say anything is a gateway. As I always point out here, every single serial killer in the history of the world drank milk. Okay? Are we putting the two together? I tell you what, you drink milk, you're going to end up being a serial killer. Overwhelmingly, and I say kids, don't do it. Don't think of this as advocacy. But if Elton John knew what my family had to put up with during a Buffalo Bills game when Eric's not on his football medicine, and the pleasant time that we all have together watching the Bills win or lose when Eric is on his football medicine, which is simply a half gummy and maybe a beer, then you would know, Elton, that some people can dabble. Now, I don't think anybody should ever touch the hard stuff. I just think I don't know why anybody would try. How anybody who's into music could look at the history of music and musicians and be in their mid-20s and go, this heroin, I'll give it a try. Yeah. I don't know how anybody comes to that conclusion. Why would you ever step in there? Well, I'm not addicted to it because I've never done it. So I have no pull toward it. And if I'm a music fan, I can look and see what it's done to musicians since the beginning, really, of probably Bach was hooked on something like this. I don't know.
Snuff.
No. What do they call it? The thing that Edgar Allan Poe, he was...
Dilaudid?
No, they had
opium.
Opium, or there's something else, but the drink. I can't think of the drink. But they absinthe and that kind of stuff.
Which is opium.
Right, but it's in a good drinking
But what's
form.
interesting, though...
Edgar Allan Poe, they say he drowned in a puddle. He's face down, he was in a puddle, and he drowned. And then years later, Bon Scott from AC/DC, he's on his back the other way around. He drowns on his own vomit.
I do think, though, with Elton in this story, just reading more into it, and I think a lot of it's based on personal experience, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So I think that I of the friends that I had at college level, where you had like the true potheads, right? Like there are plenty of people that smoke casually, and plenty of people that just smoke all the time. They can't function without smoking. I would say of the people that were potheads compared to those that drank all the time, or even did things that were even above that, the potheads were the ones that tended to flunk out the most. So actually,
because it does. Well, the thing about if you're being honest with young people about pot, this is just your excuse for being a functioning alcoholic.
Yes.
But if you're being honest, if you're being honest to teenagers about pot, it doesn't do you any good to say your life is ruined if you ever smoke a joint or your head will blow off your head.
Yes. Or the other way.
Hold on. Let me finish. Yeah. What you should say to them is, listen, if you're doing it a lot, you're probably not going to end up finishing certain projects. It's going to sap energy out of you.
It
demotivates you. And you very likely could look up 5 or 6 or 7 years later and all your friends have passed you by. Now, you may have had a good time and heard some really good records along the way. But you... If you want to warn your children about things, be honest with them about what can happen. I think the problem for so long was that people told their kids, you smoke one joint, your head will blow up. And then they did, and their head didn't blow up, and then they didn't believe anything Dad told them about anything.
Maybe that was the beginning. Like me being the class of 2000, we were the drug and smoke-free class of 2000. And maybe that was some of the beginning of like that Nancy Reagan stuff, where...
Just say no?
Well, and yeah, that doing a little bit of weed is going to make you turn to coke and then heroin, and then you're on the street.
Yeah, you're the DARE generation.
The DARE. Which, by the way...
Right. And so then it taught us, like it was our first exposure to the government talking to us.
Yeah.
And then when we grew up and we realized like that was the first lie.
Yeah.
So like everything since then has been a lie.
No, be honest. That's just just be honest. By the way, the whole DARE program, it's been peer reviewed 1 million times. Doesn't work. You get them for a year or two, but just what Autumn's talking about happens. We got to go to traffic.
They tried to fix DARE with our class group. I can't remember if it was 5th grade or 6th grade when they did DARE. Maybe it was high school, but they came up with STOP. Students thinking out problems, and it's like it was the same thing. I'm like, you didn't learn anything.
I don't know. I got a whole different generation in the early 70s. That guy came in, he said, "Smoke them if you got them." Andrew Seco says there's trouble downtown.
Looking for trouble in the left lane. Crash taking out that lane. 75-85 south as you're approaching Dobbs Avenue. Feel the pitch all the way back into Midtown. Slowing you down, passing by the grading curve. Delays continuing into cab with left lane stall. It's been moved, but we're still seeing delays. 285 northbound on the outer loop. And as you get to I-20 into cab. And our south side delays through Henry County. 75 north and south. You're on and off the brakes from 675 down to Highway 155 in McDonough. With a check of I-20 in the Cool Area Traffic Center, here's Chinway.
I-20 eastbound slow beginning at I-285, seeing brake lights at Wesley Chapel, exit 68, and then breaking free just past Panola Road. And on the West Freeway, we're seeing slowdowns inside the perimeter beginning at Langhorne Street and breaking free at Lee Road on I-20 westbound. This report is sponsored by Atlantic Station. Atlantic Station is the heart of Atlanta's holidays. Their celebration at the Station Festival includes Skate the Station Ice Skating Rink, Light the Station Parade, and tree lighting, and more. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
Do you think you need to renovate your kitchen, but you're worried about the costs? Well, Frugal Kitchens can help you get $1 million looking kitchen for a fraction of the cost and 18 months, no interest financing available. The best part, they can get you back up and cooking in 5 days from the start of construction. Life happens in your kitchen. That's where you build so many memories. If you're like Christy and me, that's why we use Frugal Kitchens, and you can too. FrugalKitchens.com is the website. Go check them out. Don't forget 18 months, no interest financing available. FrugalKitchens.com.
This time of year, we all dream of being home for the holidays, but for many families in our community, that dream is out of reach. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. This holiday season, we're proud to partner with Habitat for Humanity of Georgia to help turn dreams of home ownership into reality. We believe that every family deserves a safe, stable place to call home, and together, we can help make that happen. Purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle from our 21 dealership network between now and December 31st, and Jim Ellis Automotive will gladly make a donation to Habitat for Humanity of Georgia. Whether you're buying a car, truck, or SUV, your purchase will help build homes, communities, and hope for deserving families. Imagine the joy of a family walking through the door of their brand new home for the first time. To learn more, visit jimellis.com, where you can shop and compare more than 5,000 vehicles. Start or complete your entire purchase online and use the Jim Ellis Expressway to create a quick, easy, and convenient car buying experience. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best. And from our family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
If the holiday hustle and bustle turns into hassle and burden because you've been hurt in a wreck, you need the strong arm, John Foy and Associates. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. My friends at John Foy wish you and your family a safe and happy holiday season. But if you're involved in a wreck, you need a specialist to protect you and battle the insurance companies that want to pay you as little as possible. There is zero cost until they win your case. Call 24/7 for your free case evaluation. JohnFoy.com.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
You know, the other side of that Elton John thing is I'd like to ask him, do you think people should be going to jail for getting high? You know, so, which I doubt he'd be in favor. The better way would have been if Elton John would have said, hey, with liberty comes responsibility, and you have to recognize that you're living in a different time now. We're all used to, like, the cops being there to go, hey, you know, which would sort of enforce a little bit on its own. And when something is legal, then now suddenly you have to police yourself to a certain degree, and that'd be an interesting conversation to have. How do your Falcons? Not yours, mine as well. Why do I do that? They're my favorite.
Because you're riding high with how well the Bills are
I'm a
playing.
Bills fan. Don't tell me I'm riding high. I'm not riding high. I wouldn't even get excited about winning the Super Bowl until 24 hours later, when I realized no one was taking it away. I am enjoying week to week. I mean, on one hand, Josh Allen, I think everybody understands, is the best player right now in the NFL. And the Bills have scored, what, in the last 2 weeks? Let's see, it was 42 and then 44 yesterday, right?
86 points?
Yeah, but the defense has given up 88 in that same period of time. So I just take it one game at a time and try to enjoy it. So tonight,
well, the story writes itself tonight.
Do you believe it's Kirk Cousins' last chance?
I think so. If he has a bad first half, in order for us to survive, we cannot lose tonight. And
so you think Penix will go in the second half?
If he's struggling, we're down by a couple scores. But of course, the story writes itself. Desmond Ridder, the former quarterback of the Falcons, who we dumped, is going to be starting against us. So.
I'm not buying that whole thing. I think the Atlanta Falcons gave Desmond Ridder a hell of an opportunity, and he wasn't able to take advantage of it. So I don't think they're always like, revenge games. Sometimes now they say revenge games when players leave as free agents. Well, where's the revenge? Revenge should be that you got screwed over. And I don't think Desmond Ridder got one hell of an opportunity.
He sure did.
Now, he might play well tonight, but he didn't while he was a Falcon.
I will say, as a Falcons fan, watch, he's going to beat our butts now.
Andrew Seco is seeing brake lights on 85 South out of Brookhaven.
Earlier trouble gone by the wayside, but you still see some flashing lights on the shoulder. 85 South as you pass 400, exit 86. Really put the pitch into ride. Out of Brookhaven, you want to use the Buford Spring Connector dock. Those delays. It looks like we might have some new trouble inbound to Stonecrest. Going to go check out a left lane issue 20 eastbound at Wesley Chapel Road. That's exit 68. Alex Williams, Cool Rig Area Traffic Center.
New trouble on the south side perimeter, 285 east, that ramp to I-675 southbound, slowing you back toward Moreland Avenue, then 285 east and north stays slow up to I-20. All brake lights, 285 west and southbound, the outer loop starting in Dunwoody around Ashford-Dunwoody Road. No relief till you get down to I-20, the West Freeway. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holidays stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Well, that's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They'll handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good evening, it's 5 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by D. Geller and Son Jewelers. Our top story, they know the who, but they don't know the why after another school mass shooting, this one at the hands of a 17-year-old girl.
CBS News special report. The country's latest school shooting happened today in Madison, Wisconsin.
I think we can all agree that enough is enough.
Police Chief Sean Barnes.
3 people are dead, including the suspect shooter. We know that the suspect shooter was a teenage student who attended the school.
A law enforcement official tells CBS News the suspect used a 9mm pistol. Several people are hospitalized.
6 other people were injured. 2 students are now in critical condition in the hospital. And these injuries are considered life-threatening injuries.
Reporter Adam Reif on the investigation.
Who may have helped this person, what type of writings they had online. They're also going to look at some of the security video as well, whether it's outside or inside, and see how this person was able to get in.
Nearly 400 students attend the private school. CBS News special report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
And the White House says President Biden has been briefed on the shooting. It's 63 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz expects more clouds moving in tonight and the next couple of days. How much do our rain chances go up or down this week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is coming up in 4 minutes. Gwinnett County Police identified 32-year-old Edwin Mendez as the suspect in an officer-involved shooting. They responded to reports of gunshots on Holland Drive in Snellville and say a man exited the house pointing a gun at them. They opened fire, then rushed to help him. He's recovering from a single gunshot wound now. No word what led to the argument inside the home. Cobb County Police make an arrest in a violent assault of a grandmother in Mableton.
Investigators say the attack happened inside of the victim's home last Friday. The suspect, 26-year-old Ahmad Rucker, is accused of entering the 74-year-old victim's home and raping her in front of her 5-year-old granddaughter. The victim told police that she did not know the suspect. She was treated at a local hospital for injuries, including a broken nose and shoulder. Rucker is jailed without bond and facing multiple charges, including rape, 4 counts of battery, elder abuse, and cruelty to children. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The State Department says the U.S. has been in communication with HTS, the Islamist group, which is currently in control in Damascus since the Assad regime was ousted from Syria. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller tells reporters now it's been focused on getting help finding American journalist Austin Tice, who was taken captive on a reporting trip to Syria in 2012. TikTok files an emergency appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court to block an American ban on it unless the app is sold. The case could attract the court's interest because it pits free speech rights against the government's stated aims of protecting national security while also raising novel ideas about social media platforms. Gwinnett County Police want you to know that it was not a scam when they sent out a message about a missing child on December 12th, but there was a glitch.
A reverse 911 call went out to people in the county to alert them about a missing child, but the system sent it to people in a much larger area than intended. Corporal Ryan Winderweedle says in addition, an audio message was sent, but was somewhat scrambled in the carrier's automatic translation.
People were seeing these phone calls, which was coming from Gwinnett County Police Communications. It said scam likely in front of it.
Police fixed the first problem but can't control phone transcription, so listening to any message from police is advisable. The missing child was found safe. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Norfolk State has reportedly interviewed former NFL sensation Michael Vick to be its next head football coach. The Virginian Pilot is reporting today that the 44-year-old Vick says he has spoken with the university's president and athletic director about the position and expects resolution, quote-unquote, soon. Norfolk State fired coach Dawson Odoms in November after a 4-8 season. In Vick, the Spartans would get a coach without experience, but one who redefined the quarterback position at Virginia Tech and with the Atlanta Falcons, combining a powerful throwing arm with deft feet and speed. It's now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine will continue for you in less than 2 minutes. But first, let's take a pause and check that WSB triple team traffic with Mr. I'm going to call you Smiling Andrew Seco today. Are they smiling out there on the roads, Andrew?
For the most part, are, they are. But if you're heading into Stonecrest, you were not smiling in the least. Travel advisory, only a right lane open now with this crash on eastbound of Wesley Chapel Road. Exit 68 delays all the way back towards Campbell Road. Exit 65. You'll be able to avoid the area. Use Covington Highway to dodge those delays. Slowing and going on the 25 eastbound ramp to 675. Get something Gemini up exit 52. Slowing and going while you're merging. And it looks like we have some delays on the interloop through DeKalb. Slow spot here. You're on and off the brakes. 285 south from Shelby Tucker Road all the way down to the Stone Mountain Freeway. That is exit 39. But look at Midtown, downtown, in the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
That stall MARTA bus has been cleared on the Buford Spring Connector northbound at Sidney Marcus Boulevard. Delays improving there. And on the downtown connector, 85 south, your delays start at Georgia 400. 75 south, delays beginning before Howell Mill. And serious volume on that downtown connector, 75-85 southbound, causing a long, slow ride to I-20. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz.
A few clouds and mild temperatures this evening. Overnight and into Tuesday morning, fog develops, and we'll start the day at 51. After the fog burns off, partly cloudy Tuesday, 20% chance of a stray shower and a high 69. For Wednesday, again, some morning fog, low 54, then partly cloudy and 70. Wednesday's rain chance 40% with some scattered showers developing. For Thursday, mostly sunny and cooler, low 44, high 59. Now my 5-day forecast for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny Friday, low 38, high 56 and breezy. Will stay breezy and sunny Saturday, low 30, high 47. Recapping the forecast for today, the rest of the day has just a few clouds, then fog develops by Tuesday morning. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 59 degrees right now in Peachtree Corners. It's 67 in Peachtree City and 63 degrees on Peachtree Street in Midtown Atlanta at 5:06. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB. And live team coverage this hour brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Oh, we had some kind of mix-up? Well, you booked Greg, and then he says he wasn't booked for 5.
No.
What happened?
No, what happened was on Friday.
What had happened was?
On Friday, he was griping at me because he says,
was
I
griping.
never get scheduled for 5 on Mondays.
What does
And
that
I
sound
said,
like, Tim?
I wanted to do it at 5 instead of being buried in the 6.
That's right.
That's exactly what he said. Good memory there, Tim.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? It's Christmas week, of course.
You're in a giving mood.
We'll put you at 5, no problem. We'll
Yeah.
put Paul Stanley at 6. You know, Paul Stanley already had to stay the weekend at.
That's right.
I went to the Acorn Festival.
To sell any paintings?
I did.
Oh, good.
There were at least some people there who had money.
Yeah, like $10,000 a throw or something.
I sold 6.
All right,
So yes, we can flip them. So Paul's already here.
So wait a minute, but Greg was supposed to be here now.
Correct.
I just, if I have something to use against somebody, I want to know, so I can use that against him, hold it over his head, kind of thing. All right, so we'll go to Paul Stanley instead,
Yeah,
right?
why not?
Do some music news. So I want to before we go into more frivolous stuff, I want to see if there's anything that I've missed. Did you hear about the story? Buckingham Palace maid arrested for assault after staff Christmas party descends into boozy brawl in a nearby bar.
That's a lot.
What was I arrested for then? I ain't did nothing wrong. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
they say you were out of your mind, smashing glasses,
We
yelling
was having a party, weren't we?
That's
Well, you can't let a bit of loose. Like, listen, we're going to be buttoned up in that palace, that stupid house.
Yeah.
And here, we're at the pub, I can't let loose a bit.
But you're a housemaid. Your job
Right,
is...
and so I've got to be, like I said, all buttoned up
Uh-huh.
inside the house. And then we're having a party. I'm out in the pub, we're having a ball, and then it's turned into a brawl. It's not my fault that lady talked to me
Oh,
like
the
that.
Sun said, not a son, the Sun, S-U-N, paper, a witness to the
I ain't
chaos.
got a son.
I know, it's not that one.
Got two daughters.
Security tried to calm you down, but you continued to throw glasses.
Yeah.
Witness to the chaotic scene said, I've never seen one person get that crazy during a night out.
That's
She was
right.
on another level.
That's right, I was.
Police.
Listen, we have a big party.
Yeah.
This person's talking to me, and I'm like, what are you talking to?
Uh-huh.
And she didn't know. And so I started throwing things at her. I knew she deserved it. I wasn't going to do it for nothing.
That's right, not for nothing.
Not for nothing.
Police raced to the bar after 9 p.m. on Tuesday. The woman was 24, was arrested for
Yeah.
common assault, criminal damage, and being drunk and disorderly. What I think is hilarious is even though it happened at a bar, there was a party at the palace beforehand where the royals were. And so about 50 of them
Right,
left.
it's the after party.
It's the after party. But what I did think was funny was the royals had to come out and release a statement that said, while this was an informal social gathering, not an official palace Christmas party, the facts will be fully investigated with a robust disciplinary process followed in relation to individual staff and appropriate action taken. I don't think you got your job anymore. I just want to say... I think
Right, but is it fair?
Well,
I don't think so.
you were
There's
smashing.
plenty of other people
They weren't
in that
smashing
house. It's
classes.
doing worse, I'll tell you that,
Yeah,
behind
okay.
closed doors.
Well, you got to write a book. That's what you got to do.
I mean, think about all those jewels
Yeah.
that the Queen has.
Uh-huh.
She sold every piece of jewellery. She'd end world hunger.
That's right. She would end world hunger. She certainly
World
would.
hunger. And you know they're all
Hunger.
stolen. All them jewels is
Yeah.
stolen in the first
You know, maybe
place.
you've got
so
the wrong
what,
attitude.
So what are they going after me for?
Maybe because you were throwing glasses at people, smashing
Right,
them over
but
their
it was
heads.
justified.
It was just good fun, right?
She was talking to me and I was like, who you talking to? She didn't know, so I threw something at her.
All right, let's do this.
Hi, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley's Music News on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
In fact, as the lawyers inform me, and they're forcing me to inform you, this is actually Paul Entertainment News International Stanley, who does our music news. Thank you for filling in for Greg. Apparently, he was supposed to be here at 5. and-
Stories from Studio B1?
Yeah, you're filling in for that. So, hope you got some.
I
good...
don't have any of those.
No. All you're filling in with your music news.
Okay.
So you still have the same beat, as it were, and that's world music news.
He's had some
Speaking of world music and beats, the drummer for U2,
Yeah.
Larry Mullen Jr.
Yeah, they've been the same ever since we ever known them, right? I don't know if they had anybody earlier, but they were kind
I
of a
think
high school
Eric
band.
Carr filled in for him.
Maybe. There's always... and also, this guy has been sick, so he was not available for their Vegas residency.
He has dyscalculatoria.
I don't know what that is.
It's I can't say it.
Well, that's all right.
Dis?
Oh, no, just tell me what it is. What does it do to you?
He's trouble with math.
He's had to try to relearn things, I believe.
Yeah, he struggles keeping a beat, right? Or like
It's a subversion of dyslexia, which it kind of affects his ability to play the drums. Why don't they fire him and get a guy that can play?
Okay, listen, as I said, they've been together since they were teenagers.
Well, he can hang out.
Well, it's fine, but he was replaced at their Vegas thing in the Sphere. But my understanding is he can come back. So what is so he can't... Are you telling me the truth?
I read
I
the
thought you were
story.
trying to make a joke because
No.
it was like discalculation or something.
No,
I thought
it really is that, because when you're trying to maintain a beat, it is all mathematic, and
Right.
he has trouble maintaining the mathematics.
But this is something new. What caused it? I mean, he's been the drummer forever.
I think it's just been diagnosed. That's what it is.
He
He's
had
had
it
trouble
as
in
a
the
kid,
past.
but they didn't test for it.
But
in
he's
the
been
70s.
drumming the whole time. So
and he's had difficulty with this entire time, is what kind of the revelation was.
But
to
he's
the
at the
story.
point now where he could just retire. At what point do you just go, you know what? I've made the money.
Hey,
And
Charlie Watts retired.
Well,
before he died, he retired.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Did he?
he did, yeah.
Well, yeah, like 2 weeks before he died, he retired. I don't think he really had he been fine. I think he would have gone out on
John
tour.
Bonham retired.
Well, yes, he did, along with the many other rock stars. Was John Bonham 27 like everybody else? Is he in that same group? Remember that group of 27-year-olds kept dying? I think James Dean was 27, but that was in the 50s. And then all of a sudden, like Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Jimi
32.
Hendrix. Okay, so he was not the... Didn't keep that one going.
Mm-mm.
James Dean was also 24 when he passed.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I must have been lied to.
1931 and 1955.
What a great actor.
He was a great actor, but he was only in 3 movies.
That movie Mountain.
Giant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he's a really good actor. The other two
Did
is
he
like,
play a giant in that?
No, he didn't. He played a sort of a ranch hand who gets his own little piece of the property, and then they find oil, and he becomes
like the Beverly Hillbillies.
super rich. Yeah, and becomes Rock Hudson's nemesis. Because he's don't get started on
I wasn't
50.
thinking.
I know you started. I know it. I know
It made me chuckle.
It's a great movie, but it's the movie that you can see that James Dean actually was a great actor. Because the other two movies, Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden, he just kind of plays like an annoying teenager.
Like a surly, handsome
yeah,
guy.
just like he's just an annoying teenager. You're tearing me apart.
That was a good impression.
It's not really my favorite, but if you've only seen that and you haven't seen him in Giant, when you watch him in Giant, you realize, wow, we really lost a guy who was going to be doing really great things, Marlon Brando, De Niro level things.
Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out for him. What else do you have in the
Every
music
year
news?
at this time, people start putting out lists.
Uh-huh.
Now, this one I looked at and I disagree with. It's the 10 worst Christmas songs of all time.
The 10 worst, because negativity sells these days.
Yeah, they get you to click.
They get you to click through.
And then you get mad like I am right now.
You know how many things like on my algorithms of music, these are the 10. It's like, I'm not interested in what you think the 10 worst Beatles songs are. Honestly,
There
I don't
aren't
give a
any
damn.
bad
I don't
Beatles.
believe there are. It's just like, I don't, why would I care what you, it's like sometimes like when I see like a 28-year-old, I'm reviewing Abbey Road. Okay, good. I'm glad you listened to it. Why am I going to?
Yeah,
You
who
don't like
cares?
Maybe
you don't like
she's
Oh
very
Darling. Am I supposed to now reassess my relationship to that song?
Maybe she's a very insightful 28-year-old, and you learned something from her.
I think it's fine that they're reviewing, but I just we don't need reviewers anymore
No.
because you don't have to spend spend money. You can just like test every piece of music out.
And if you like
I've heard
you
the
can
new
buy
album
it.
by The Cure is great. I got to listen.
Have
to
you
that
listened
one.
yet?
I haven't, but I've been. I have many friends who's told me listen to that album because it's
Get rid of the makeup.
fantastic.
Get rid of the
He
makeup.
looks a little strange
Yeah.
in the makeup.
We
but
look
you know
good
what?
because we cover our whole face.
Yeah, so you're saying don't just have lipstick on
Right.
when you're older. And a little pancake stuff going on. But no, hey, you know what? He's an artist, so who cares? You know, I came on a couple weeks ago and said, hey, you're in your 60s. You know what? I was wrong.
You were.
He's an artist.
I think you're onto something.
If he's an artist, and he apparently, I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. Everyone I know says the new album is great. So
I agree. Be weird. Who
Yeah, be
cares how old
weird.
you are?
Let
Do
your
whatever you
freak
want.
flag fly.
Let your
That's
freak
right.
flag fly, especially
Free frag fried.
especially if you're a really good artist. If you're a crappy artist, don't let your freak flag fly because people
You know
will
what
just
though?
laugh
If you are
at
a
you.
crappy artist, it's like at least you're letting your freak flag fly.
Yeah, but that's just something that might end up in doing jail time. Andrew Seco is watching a travel advisory on I-20 in DeKalb.
Things looking tough. Only going to get tougher till this clears. Only a right lane open. Now 20 eastbound at Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Really puts you pinch on your right out of Panthersville. You build up with your area altogether. He's coming in highway to dodge those delays. We're up and over the King of Queen building. Georgia 400 north and south through Sandy Springs. Looking for trouble in the left lane. Right when you get to 285, that is exit 4. And our downtown ride still looking a little tough. The connector north and south leaving you on and off those brakes from Lakeford Parkway all the way up past 17th Street with those delays starting on 85 south out of Brookhaven. Checking your ride through Marietta, Kennesaw with the help of Alex Williams, Coolring Area Traffic Center.
Not too bad in Marietta, 75 and northbound, just sluggish, leaving South Marietta Parkway. Gets a little thicker as you make your way up through Kennesaw into Ackworth. 575 northbound, seeing a few brake lights from Barrett Parkway breaking free at Highway 92 in Woodstock. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids, I told myself I wanted us to help every child in foster care in Georgia, but I need your help to do it. Help make the wishes of kids in foster care across Georgia come true. To find out how you can donate, visit WSBradio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Ronco's European Garage, and Finley Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. 'Tis the season for luxury at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Unwrap opulence with incredible year-end savings. Their December to Remember sales event ends January 2nd. Drive into the new year in style with Butler Lexus of South Atlanta.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group, to discuss one of the biggest blind spots that people face when saving for retirement, and it's a head-scratcher. Chris, how do so many people not know what they're invested in?
That's the biggest flaw that everybody runs into. They think they know what equities they have, they think they know what bonds they have, but they really don't know how those mutual funds or how those index funds are performing in conjunction with one another. So, I would liken this to a big pot of soup and we're just throwing all the ingredients in the refrigerator in this thing. It's not very good. It's just a mishmash of stuff. And sometimes you like the way it tastes. Sometimes you don't. And when you don't know why. You don't know if you got too much chicken in there or too much vegetables in there or what's going on. And I ask every caller that comes in for an initial consultation, do you know how your portfolio is broken down? And they say, well, I've got, 20 or so options in my 401k, and I just picked 2 of them or 3 of them. I thought I needed some international. I thought I needed some U.S. equities. I thought I needed some bonds. And they're just guessing. So you have to absolutely know what you're invested in, and that's where we will run the 401k portfolio x-ray for you, because that'll break it down. If you're not proficient at investing and don't understand this world, we will walk you through it. Not knowing what you're invested in is a big hindrance to growing and protecting your money. We will run a portfolio x-ray for you and educate you on exactly what's in your portfolio.
Set up a time to get your complimentary portfolio x-ray today. Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858, or book online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
A DUI conviction could get you fired, get your license suspended, and increase your insurance rates. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. I recommend you talk to my friend George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Go to georgestein.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
If she's dreaming of a Christmas diamond this year,
Oh, it's the best time of year. It's the most wonderful time of year.
Eddie and Lisa Hazen are ready to help.
We're here to help those dreams come true.
The owners of Tara Fine Jewelry Company are in the store every day.
To make sure your experience is one that you will never forget and always enjoy.
The best selection is now. The best shopping is now.
Come see for yourself why so many families come back for memorable holiday gifts year after year. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, open through Christmas Eve in Buford.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
If you're seeing cracks in your drywall, stucco, bricks, around doors and windows, or in your flooring, you may have a foundation problem. Doug Turnbull here. Call Atlanta Ramjack. Foundation repair is all they do. Get your free inspection. Just Google Atlanta Ramjack.
Paul Entertainment News International Stanley. If you got more music news, you better hurry up, because Greg Russ is on the horn, and he's says he didn't know.
Isn't he on at 6?
Well, he says now I'll be on at 5:30.
So I come back at 6:30.
Yeah, maybe we can work you
Or
back
6.
in. Yeah, it's kind of rude that you're supposed to just make way because Greg's decided to.
I stayed here all weekend to
I
do
know,
this.
I know you did.
I
but
went to the Acorn Festival.
You know what we have to talk about with when Greg gets on, because I don't want to get into your music news, but I have to apologize to the audience because I don't watch any television news at all, and so when things happen, I'm a little late on this. But that CNN thing where they were supposedly there when the last Syrian prisoner gets out.
Oh, yes.
What a load of horse you know what. I don't think CNN set it up, but the rebels obviously did, and for CNN to fall for it, what a bunch. Have you seen this? We'll get into it a little bit later.
I saw it on X.
I don't want to eat into a very little bit of music news time.
Let me have that next 10 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Could you have the next 10 seconds before we
Well, I'm not
break?
going to list all 10 of the worst songs. Let me say, if you find that list,
Yeah.
all of them but 3 are good songs.
All right, now what would be what's on the worst?
Well, the number 10 is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and I think everybody loves that song.
Kind of. Can I tell you something though? I'm realizing now. I'm coming to face the fact that I've never liked the Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's never. When I was a kid,
You
I
were
never
rooting for the Grinch.
No, it's just I just never enjoyed it. I wasn't much of a Dr. Seuss kid. I loved Cat in the Hat, but that's the only one. Really, and I started to watch it last night as I went to sleep, and I still didn't make it through it. I think it's because when I was a kid, I didn't like the fact that they were making up different words for things that I knew. Like for some reason,
like
I
roast
didn't.
beast?
Roast beast. Like what are they talking about? Like and the kids
All
with
their
their
instruments
yeah,
are like
but
snoozle woozles.
yeah, for some reason, I wanted more of a traditional story with the things that I expected out of Christmas.
It was
so
all
what I'm
the
saying is,
noise.
and so I'm gonna force myself to watch it. But it was one of those shows as a kid. I don't know, but the song is good. So I don't
love
think it's
the song.
terrible.
I
What
can't
else?
believe they put that on that
You
list.
got at number
But they only
2.
put it on there so we'll talk about it. That's all.
Exactly. Number 2 is ridiculous. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5.
Well-
Who doesn't love the Jackson 5?
Well, everybody does. Of course, their version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which Bruce Springsteen took that version and turned it into is probably better than that. But that probably has something to do with it's 2024 and the whole thing with patriarchal.
I Saw Daddy Kissing Santa Claus would probably fly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Number
Nothing-
6, Wonderful Christmas Time. I love it. I
Hate
love
it.
Paul McCartney.
I love Paul McCartney. Hate that song.
The number 1, though, they hit it right on the nose.
The dogs, the barking dogs.
No, it's not even on the list.
Chipmunks.
The Christmas shoes.
That's Autumn's favorite. I've never
That's
heard
my
it.
favorite.
Were the chipmunks on there at least?
Actually,
yeah, but I love that too.
The
So they're wrong about that.
The Chipmunks version of Christmas shoes, actually.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And the best-selling rock album of 2024,
Yeah. Do they
Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Well, that's good to know that the young kids are putting out stuff that's selling these days. It's the best music ever. 1955 to 2000. It's never going to be topped. And are we ready to go? I know you're playing this music. I don't know if you're playing it as out music or not. Very good. Andrew Seco says there's new trouble on I-20 leaving downtown.
Stall blocking a right lane here, 20 westbound as you get to Langhorne Street, exit 54. Puts the strain on your ride out of the heart of downtown. No need for an alternate, though. Just a quick tap of the brake as you're moving. Circle in this area where you find the biggest delays on the inner loop through DeKalb County. 25 eastbound, you were slowing and going from I-85 all the way down past the Stone Mountain Freeway. And better news on the southeast side of things. Earlier trouble cleared, gone by the wayside here. We are smooth sailing. 25 south on the inner loop when you get to I-20, and then it's exit 46. Speaking of I-20, check out our travel advisory in the Corey Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Jedway.
In DeKalb, we've got a crash blocking 2 left lanes on the I-285 northbound collector distributor ramp to I-20 eastbound, causing some slowdowns riding onto that East Expressway, especially at Wesley Chapel. You can use Covington Highway to avoid the delays stretching to Stonecrest on I-20 eastbound. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Wrecks will happen, and insurance will try to pay as little as possible. It's Smile and Mark McKay. When bad traffic leads to a bad accident, get a great lawyer. I recommend John Foy & Associates, the strong arm. There's no cost until they win. JohnFoy.com.
Colder weather shouldn't keep you from loving on your lawn. Install sod anytime. Soil prep and consistent watering are key. Make NG Turf your partner. They guarantee spring green up. They harvest year-round from their local farms. Shop now at ngturf.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Well, that's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They'll handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'd love to thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly for supporting us this year.
And we'll look forward to serving you in 2025.
Everyone at Sonny's Barbecue in Buford, Commerce, Jonesboro, Lawrenceville, and Marietta hopes that you and your family have a safe and wonderful time celebrating the holidays together. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's from Sonny's Barbecue. They look forward to serving you again in 2025.
This past year has been incredibly tough for me. Hey, it's Belinda. Last year, I lost my dad. And most recently, my mom passed away peacefully at home. Please bear with me. My heart is broken. But I'm so grateful Mom was able to remain in her home until the end, thanks to the outstanding caregivers. I just have to tell you about Four Seasons Home Care. Mom loved the caregivers who took such good care of her. Knowing she was in good hands allowed me to be there as her daughter without the stress of managing everything alone. And I was able to keep up with my own responsibilities as a wife and mom, knowing we had these angels who were there day and night, making sure that Mom had everything she needed and fulfilled her wish to stay at home where she was most comfortable. Hey, if your parents are aging, don't wait to get caregiving help. Call Four Seasons Home Care and start the conversation. It's a free call and it can make all the difference. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 5:30. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this half hour brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. WSB's top story, the ATF and the FBI are on the scene of a shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, where a teacher and a teenage student at the private school were killed. We are now told that a 17-year-old girl was the shooter. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says the motive is still unknown.
I don't know why, and I felt like if we did know why, we could stop these things from happening.
Barnes says 6 people were injured. 2 of them are facing life-threatening injuries. Barnes says police never fired a shot.
The shooter was dead upon our arrival, police department arrival, and no officers fired their weapons.
The girl was reported dead on the scene. She allegedly used, or she is said to have used, a pistol, possibly a 9mm. Questions remain as to how the girl got a hold of the weapon. Right now, it is 63 degrees in Midtown Atlanta, and Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz is forecasting that we're going to see some more clouds for the rest of the day. Also, another repeat of the morning fog coming our way on Tuesday for your AM commute, but it will burn off. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is coming up. All new this half hour, a Coweta County jury convicts a man of murdering 2 Grantville gun store owners and their grandson. Evelyn and Richard Hawk and 18-year-old Luke Hawk were shot to death at Lock, Stock, and Barrel shooting range in April of 2022. Police say Muse stole more than 40 guns, many of which were found with him when he was arrested at a house in College Park. The state is reporting an uptick in flu in Georgia.
You're being urged to make sure that you're vaccinated against flu as more people in our state are coming down with influenza.
We're seeing this rise in flu activity pretty much across the state.
Dr. Sherry Drenzik with the Georgia Department of Public Health says there's been a bit of a shift. Just a few weeks ago, more kids coming down with flu. Now, she says it's young adults and those who are middle-aged. It's influenza A that's making its rounds. It's recommended everyone 6 months and older get vaccinated. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A National Guard soldier appears in federal court for the first time today, charged with murder in a weekend shooting which left a man dead and triggered a lockdown on Fort Eisenhower near Augusta. An affidavit says 25-year-old Natravian Landry was on duty Saturday and was taking a break when he went to the on-base home of a former girlfriend, where he confronted and fatally shot another man who had spent the night there. The accused killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson may be answering his charges sooner than first thought. The Manhattan DA says today there are some indications that Luigi Mangione may waive extradition from New York to Pennsylvania as early as tomorrow when he has a court hearing. He has hired a former New York district attorney to be his attorney. Pedestrian accidents are making the news more and more these days, and they are often fatal ones. Now, as they continue to make the news, there is a call for change.
One car stopped as Veronica Watts walked across North Avenue in a crosswalk earlier this year, but the car behind swerved around that car and threw Watts into the air. She wants to see a change in Metro Atlanta.
Atlanta is a car-centric, car-focused city. So the infrastructure hasn't been built in a way to support pedestrians or bicyclists.
Watts says putting crosswalks closer to bus stations is just one change that would keep pedestrians safer. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A public memorial service is now set for the president and general manager of studio operations at Tyler Perry Studios, who was killed in a plane crash earlier this month. The memorial for Steve Minch will be Saturday, December 28th at noon at the Terra Theater. A statement today says Minch passed away on December 6th while piloting the custom-built plane that reflected his passion for flying and innovation. It's 5:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Andrew Seco. Andrew, how's that afternoon drive home?
For the most part, we're looking pretty clear. Lighter than overall volume in and around the metro, but we're still dealing with brake lights heading outbound towards Stonecrest. Travel advisory still active. Only a right lane open, 20 eastbound. The ramp at Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Put the pitch on your ride coming out of Panthersville. Maybe time to hop on the Covington Highway, save you a little bit of time. Delays will continue out of Brookhaven. Earlier trouble still flashing on the shoulder here. 85 south, slowing down at Georgia 400 that takes it 86. And our downtown ride still leaving you on and off the brake, 75, 85 north and south from 17th Street all the way down towards Langford Parkway. Getting you home through Norcross into Duluth and Sewanee in the Cool Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Alex Williams.
About 20 minutes, 85 northbound as you leave I-285, heading up the Highway 316, then slowing on and off the brakes from Sugarloaf Parkway up to 985. 985 northbound and slow all afternoon. Hall County says no crashes, just volume. 85 northbound, leaving Highway 53 as you head up into Gainesville. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. Here's WSB Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz.
A few clouds and mild temperatures this evening. Overnight and into Tuesday morning, fog develops, and we'll start the day at 51. After the fog burns off, partly cloudy Tuesday, 20% chance of a stray shower and a high 69. For Wednesday, again, some morning fog, low 54, then partly cloudy and 70. Wednesday's rain chance 40% with some scattered showers developing. For Thursday, mostly sunny and cooler, low 44, high 59. Now my 5-day forecast for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny Friday, low 38, high 56 and breezy. Will stay breezy and sunny Saturday, low 30, high 47. Recapping the forecast for today, the rest of the day has just a few clouds, then fog develops by Tuesday morning. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It's 62 degrees now in Lithonia, 62 in Lithia Springs, and 61 under cloudy skies in Midtown Atlanta at 5:36. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here. So you're leaving for work, but the garage door won't open. Is it the opener? Is the spring broken? Now you're late and your car is trapped. Don't panic. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is here with same-day emergency service. They won't leave you stuck. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is the original red ribbon garage door company trusted in Atlanta since 1935. Call 404-USA-DOOR or schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com.
So your septic system needs repairs. That stinks. First, they want to charge you to pump out the tank and charge you again for the repair. That's just wrong. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and we don't do that. With us, there's never a pump out charge with your repair. You'll save hundreds.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information. ScorpionSepticServices.com.
A DUI conviction is life-changing with serious ramifications both personally and professionally. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Make the smart call to George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You've got a 30-day deadline to save your license. Go to georgestein.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Yeah, I've asked George to look for that clip. Maybe sometime while we're... because I think Greg is going to have something to say about this. Otherwise, he can just remain silent while he's on with us, because that's what we're going to talk about first. Let's do this.
He's a misanthrope, he has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist.
New York.
It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Monday edition.
Indeed, indeed. Greg, I don't know if you heard some of the lead up to.
I was listening.
Yes.
I was listening to most of the show. Then I didn't listen to 30 minutes, and that's when all the confusion happened, and I'm late. But anyway, let's move on.
It's okay. Listen, you made a mistake. You know you're wrong. You recognize.
I was ready to blame Jared. I was like, it's Jared's fault.
Not this time.
Yeah, it was my fault.
You just misread something. It happens. Would you like to apologize to the audience?
Yes, I am sorry. I made a lot of assumptions, and we all know what
when you
happens
assume.
when you assume.
It turns out sometimes Autumn's right. That's the way I've looked at it.
And that's difficult.
That's why I only assume.
I know. Yeah, and she'll sue anybody in sight. Litigious woman.
No.
Huh? No, you were saying that. What? But
no, that's not.
Okay. So, Greg Russ, Autumn Fisher, have you seen this? Has everybody seen this?
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Hey, have you seen this? I sound like Jay Leno. Hey, Kevin, do you see this?
Jay.
So on CNN, what was it, probably Wednesday or Thursday last week? I'm late to this show because I don't watch anything on television, any news anyway. So they're going to see the last prisoner get out of this Syrian dungeon hell. First of all, it does not look like the worst prison I've ever seen in my life. I have to be honest with you.
Pretty fancy.
I mean, not fancy, but as prisons go around the world, I've seen worse. But so they walk in. Do you have it? All right, George, this is good.
There's something under the blanket. Oh, it moved. Is there someone there?
So it's a blanket. You can't tell if a person is underneath it.
Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
Hello?
And then they hit the blanket. And then this guy magically appears out of the blanket.
That's your cue.
Yeah. He missed his cue. Okay, so he's up and he's talking, whatever. Meanwhile, she's speaking English like...
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
So basically, okay, that's enough. So basically, he's the idea is he was hiding there. He's scared. Now, they've emptied out this entire prison before this. So we're supposed to believe this guy has been underneath this blanket, and he's just really, really scared. And then she starts holding his hand, and CNN goes in and comforts him, and makes him feel. Meanwhile,
Were there tears?
There were tears of joy, but here's the thing.
Food, right? Give some food in the video. If I'm
water.
Okay.
And he gulps down the water.
It was her personal water, too, probably.
Yes, she gave her Stanley cup there. And so but the first thing people started to notice was, well, for a prisoner, he's got amazingly manicured fingernails. Like the
clothes.
Dude, he had nice clothes. He didn't look like a guy who had been terrorized and beaten or anything. And just so obvious to me, I don't believe that CNN was part of this setup. But it is interesting that they would fall for it. It was obvious that the rebels set this up. Ooh, come here. We'll see if this is... The whole thing just seemed like a setup. And the guy... And so I don't know how much people are pushing back on it. Is CNN still running with it this week? Like, aren't we
I didn't
wonderful?
see any today on it.
Or do they feel stupid about it? I don't know.
I was flipping between CNN and Fox today, and there's nothing that I saw on
probably
either
Fox
network.
is probably recovering it more than CNN at this point because they feel like
the Post is saying that the New York Post is saying this guy was a corrupt Assad official who was in jail.
Oh,
and also a torturer.
Probably. The problem is you don't know when you walk into these things. I'm not willing to believe what anybody says about this. First of all, the leader of the rebels was Al Qaeda at one point, and now supposedly, but he wears a blazer, and so our intelligence agencies want us to Now, the one thing that I see about the setup for CNN. I try to look through things and think, well, this could be positive. they're trying to make Americans like them, right? Why would they set that up for CNN other than they're trying to get goodwill with Americans? And so I look through that and go, okay, maybe that's a good thing. They want to cooperate with us. But Syria, Jordan, the Middle East, all of that, there's nobody that's in charge that's ever told you the truth or me about it. And so I can only look at it and go, I don't know. I don't know. I know that we probably had a whole hell of a lot to do with kicking all of this off 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. But my understanding is we kind of let it drift during the Biden administration. So now all of a sudden the rebels are taking over. But the rebels are taking over at a convenient time right before Trump comes. I just don't know what to believe. So therefore, I don't. And by the way, this could be a good lesson for those out there. Just because you don't know what to believe doesn't mean you have to make up something that you do believe. This is the thing.
But people like doing that. They don't
right.
like sitting there with nothing to believe or not knowing the facts.
Exactly. And that's the problem. There's very few people like Eric Von Hessler will say, I've been lied to by every agency of every government, every which way about this part of the world. All I know is whoever took over Syria probably will be the people who are torturing other people at some point in the future. That's all.
Let's come up with their own theory.
That's all I. No, we don't. You don't have to. You could just say I don't know.
The rebels are flying the drones over New Jersey. That's what's going on.
That's what George Clark told me. And I don't
the Iranian mothership.
Yes.
That's an asinine story. The drones. Who cares? I'm tired of hearing about that.
Well, did you hear this little wrinkle that somebody is saying that the reason they don't want to tell us, and I'm. By the way, I'm not subscribing to this. I'm just telling you.
It is a rumor.
It's not even a rumor, but the reason is, see, nature abhors a vacuum, and everybody knows that the government knows more than they're telling us. So if we're going to rush into that vacuum and
say, if they don't know, we're doomed.
Yes, yeah, but if there's
morons.
Yeah. So there's somebody's out there putting the story out there that they're looking for a nuclear warhead. They know that there's a nuclear warhead that has been, that is somewhere in America, and they're looking for it. Now, my point being, even by passing that along, is nature abhors a vacuum. If they're not going to tell us what's going on, I mean, even Trump said it. We can play that again from earlier. Even Trump's like, and I guess he's not privy to secrets yet. They're not going to let him know things. I don't know.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense.
Yeah. So is he one of the people is he trying to tell us that he knows more than he's telling us?
He couldn't, but he might know.
Right. That's but he is saying they know.
Yeah.
Rather assertively, but then again, we also know that Trump doesn't always check all of his sources, so it could be.
Alex Jones said it was nuke sniffers.
Could be the pillow guy. I don't know. Could be the Mike
that
Lindell.
Guy's got a radio show. Mike Lindell's got a radio show.
He's also broke as can be.
I do. You can check it out. It's a great show.
Got a radio show.
Apparently, he's so broke that I saw a story that he is taking loans where he's paying it's like payday loan type of interest rates in order to keep things going.
What happened?
Why is
Did he drive his business away?
No, because he lost that suit about the
Dominion.
Dominion. He was saying that they flipped votes or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, so
yes.
and, I mean, Fox News could absorb that. The pillow guy probably can't. Andrew Seco is tracking delays on 285 south into Clarkston.
Slow and going past Spaghetti Junction. That's where 85 meets 285 into Cab. The inner loop especially looking really tough. 285 eastbound slow and going big time from Beeford Highway all the way down the Stone Mountain Freeway. Look out towards some trouble blocking at least one lane when he gets to Chamblee Tucker Road. It's exit 34. Taking a look at their travel advisory heading into Stonecrest. Only a right lane open, 20 eastbound. The ramp at Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Maybe time to use Covington Highway to dodge those delays that are spilling onto I-20 proper and up and over some police activity in Cobb County. First period Marina Parkway at Merritt Street. Wallace Street looking really tough. Still looking up Artsville Road as well. Filled up with Erie altogether. Use South Marina Parkway. Let's get you home through Clayton, Henry County with help with Chidway, Cool Rig Area Traffic Center.
Your slowdowns beginning by the airport on I-75 southbound at I-285 and then breaking free before Upper Riverdale Road. Then we're tapping the brakes from 75 south from Jodico Road to State Route 20 and I-75 northbound, slowing and going from exit 218 to Jodico Road. The support is sponsored by Georgia Access. Georgia Access is your home for quality and affordable coverage. Enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today. Georgia Access, health insurance the Georgia way. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
Did you know you could have a stress-free holiday meal that is sure to impress? Mark Aaron back from my friends at Publix. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast that will leave your guests satisfied. Order now. Make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the Mojo Pork Dinner. It includes moist, tender pork, expertly flavored with a Mojo blend of seasonings, rice and pigeon peas, sweet plantains with bacon and onion, and the amazing, delicious dulce de leche milk-infused bar cake. Items require advanced ordering, so hurry now. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Looking for last-minute gifts? Shane Company can help, even if you're still planning to propose. We have a wide selection of hand-picked diamonds and colorful gemstones in stock for dream engagement rings. Come discover fine jewelry gifts in every price range, curated by our in-house design team and crafted with care to our high-quality standards. At Shane Company, we'll protect your gifts with our unmatched free lifetime warranty. Visit shaneco.com to find your store's extended hours and the perfect holiday gifts. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
This is Scott Slade, and I'd like to tell you why I give to Project SHARE. It's how Georgia Power partners with the Salvation Army to provide emergency assistance to those eligible households facing a crisis. You can donate as little as $1 through your utility bill, and Georgia Power will match 150% of your donations, up to $1.5 million a year. Whether it's a utility bill or part of a rent payment, the Salvation Army ensures your donations will go where they will do the most good. I hope you'll find out more at georgiapower.com/Project SHARE.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
This past year has been incredibly tough for me. Hey, it's Belinda. Last year, I lost my dad, and most recently, my mom passed away peacefully at home. Please bear with me. My heart is broken. But I'm so grateful Mom was able to remain in her home until the end, thanks to the outstanding caregivers. I just have to tell you about Four Seasons Home Care. Mom loved the caregivers who took such good care of her. Knowing she was in good hands allowed me to be there as her daughter without the stress of managing everything alone. And I was able to keep up with my own responsibilities as a wife and mom, knowing we had these angels who were there day and night, making sure that Mom had everything she needed and fulfilled her wish to stay at home where she was most comfortable. Hey, if your parents are aging, don't wait to get caregiving help. Call Four Seasons Home Care and start the conversation. It's a free call and it can make all the difference. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Spend time where it matters most this holiday season. Sell your home fast with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. It's Eric Erickson here. Don't worry about open houses and spending money on costly repairs. The guaranteed offer allows allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close in as little as 21 days. Selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will make. So who you work with matters. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start backing.
Before you believe anything your government tells you about what's going on in Syria, remember this. We've been fighting on the same side as Al-Qaeda in Syria for... Remember when they told us generational? We'd have the generational. We'd be fighting these people. Well, every once in a while we fight on the same side. So I'm no expert. I'm just telling you that there's no actual... The only people who know the truth about that are people who are deeply ensconced. And I don't even know where. I just know they're deeply ensconced.
I trust Anthony
people.
Blinken.
I know where they are.
Where?
They're hanging out under the Denver airport.
Yeah.
That's where these people
That's
hang out.
what- yeah,
the ones who know everything.
Another George Clark thing. He told me everything happens underneath the Denver airport.
It is a huge airport.
Yeah, I guess a lot can go on there. What happens underneath the airport there, George? What are they
The
doing?
Illuminati, right?
The Illuminati.
Aliens, the Illuminati.
Pizza
DOD.
parties.
You'd think they'd be able to, well, I guess maybe they're, Bo Nix is playing pretty well. I would think if you got all that going on under the Denver airport, your team is winning the Super Bowl like once every 5
Well, they made him
years.
there.
Oh, they made Bo Nix
Yes.
there, and now they're...
Well, have you seen when you go to the Denver airport, they have a big Bronco with bright red eyes that looks at you as soon as you go. It's
Well,
an
that
evil
sculpture
Bronco.
killed the creator. I'm not joking. It
Really?
smashed him. It's a giant sculpture, and
Lucifer.
in the process, in the process of moving it, it smashed him and killed him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And did they say about that guy he died doing what he loved?
I'm sure somebody somewhere said
I
this,
find that to
yes.
be dubious whenever I hear it. All right, when we come back, you are actually going to do a few stories from Studio B1 Monday edition.
I'm ready.
understanding.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
I know you're ready to go. Andrew Seco says there's new trouble, unfortunately, on 85 South in Suwannee.
That there is looking at a right lane blocked off here, sometimes off to the shoulder, but we're in and out of that right lane, 85 south, just south of I-985. Really put the pitch on your right down into Suwannee. No need for an alternate right now, though. Just a quick tap of the brakes and a couple extra minutes in your commute time, but our big delay spot into cab still active. Only a right lane open, 20 eastbound on the ramp at Wesley Chaparral, exit 68. Those delays spilling at I-20 proper. Avoid the area and use Covington Highway. How are those downtown delays looking now, Alex Williams?
Stacked in about 30 minutes out of Buckhead, starting on 400 south at Lennox Road, making your way through the connector southbound down to I-20. Northbound, it's nothing but volume. All the brake lights, 75, 85 northbound from Langford Parkway, breaking free up around the Varsity as you approach 10th Street. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holidays stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
10,000 times. A family of 5 will open their garage door 10,000 times a year. The garage door is now your front door. Dave Baker here. If a spring breaks or your garage door just won't open, call the original overhead door company of Atlanta. Trusted here since 1935. A technician from Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is available 24/7 for your convenience. Call 404 USA Door or schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com.
Imagine the joy and excitement of expecting your first child, only to learn in the pregnancy that something is seriously wrong with your baby. That's what happened to Abby and Chasen Teams. Their son Carver was diagnosed with an omphalocele, causing his abdominal organs to grow outside of his body.
When you find out you're pregnant, you don't think anything like this could happen to you.
Shortly after Carver's birth, the Atlanta Ronald McDonald House became Abby and Chasen's home. Without the house, they would have had a daily drive of more than 4 hours.
I don't know what we would have done if we weren't able to stay here, honestly.
Carver needed them close by, and the Atlanta Ronald McDonald House made that possible. Today, Carver is 6 months old and has made tremendous progress.
He's our miracle baby, for sure.
Atlanta Ronald McDonald House Charities helps families stay together when they need it most. Please visit armhc.org and give today. With your help, we can support families like the Teams. That's armhc.org. Thank you.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Arum here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments. And get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good evening. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Veronica Waters. The news this hour is brought to you by the Lloyd Advisory Group. WSB's top story this hour.
You pray. I pray with my kids every morning that this won't happen.
But happen it did. Another school shooting in America. This time, a teenager and a teacher are dead after a 17-year-old girl opens fire at a private K-12 school in Wisconsin. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says the student shooter at Abundant Life Christian School was found dead by responding officers. At least 6 students were wounded in the shooting, and 2 of them are in critical condition.
But these are just the physical injuries that we know about. We know that this was the middle of the day, of a school day, and so there will be other injuries that we'll have to face for a very, very long time.
Barnes says detectives are working to find out the motive. It's 62 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitt says more clouds move in tonight and continue into Tuesday. Lows in the low 50s tonight and a break from the cold tomorrow. How much higher, and will those clouds come with rain this week? Get Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast straight ahead. A man is facing charges in connection with the brutal rape and assault of a woman in Cobb County.
Cobb police say the incident happened at a home in Mableton last Friday. The suspect, 26-year-old Ahmad Rucker, is accused of entering the 74-year-old victim's home and raping her in front of her 5-year-old granddaughter. The victim was treated for injuries, including a broken shoulder and nose, and she told police she didn't know the suspect. Rucker is facing multiple felony charges, including rape, 4 counts of battery, elder abuse, and cruelty to children. He's jailed without bond. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A Gwinnett reverse 911 from police that went out as a voice message to residents on December 12th about a missing child was not a scam, but it appeared to be, as multiple messages sent out at the same time are often labeled as possible spam by phone carriers. Gwinnett Police Corporal Ryan Winderriedel tells us what happened when they sent out their message.
We started seeing some posts online, some messages sent to us that was not what was in the original message. Some words were changed. One of them, I think, it said notification, but the transcription said vacation.
Yeah, and so Winderriedel says that they have corrected a glitch which sent the message to residents who were not in the area of the missing child. By the way, the child was found safe and okay. A Coweta County jury tonight convicts a man of murdering 2 Grantville gun store owners and their grandson in 2022. Evelyn and Richard Hawk and 18-year-old Luke Hawk, their grandson, who was helping them while on spring break, were shot to death at Lock, Stock, and Barrel shooting range. Police say Muse stole more than 40 guns at the time and disabled cameras at the business. Many of those stolen guns were found with him when he was arrested at a house in College Park. A new safety rule will impact all passenger cars and trucks in the U.S.
A new rule finalized on
on Monday by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration will require all new passenger vehicles to sound an alarm if rear seat passengers don't buckle their seatbelts. Now, a lot of newly made vehicles already have those alarms, but this will require them. And that new rule starts this coming April. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
A Gwinnett County mother and son are behind bars after police seized thousands of fentanyl-laced pills from their home. Authorities say undercover agents purchased the narcotics from Brandon Bigsby, then followed him back to the apartment he shared with his mother, where they discovered about 2,500 pills. Sergeant Colin Flynn tells Channel 2 Action News.
Investigators believe that both suspects in this case were involved in the sale of these narcotics.
And both are currently being held at the Gwinnett County Jail. In WSB News about your health, you should know that flu activity is picking up around the metro area. This is according to Dr. Cherie Drinzik with the Georgia Department of Health.
The level of activity has been what we call moderate. So but it's on the upswing.
And she says most of the flu that's circulating is the influenza A type. She says it seems right now there's a shift from kids with flu to young adults and the middle-aged. So everyone 6 months and older is being urged to get vaccinated. Right now it is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine is going to continue for you in less than 2 minutes. But first, we're going to go straight ahead in our newscast with WSB Triple Team Traffic. Andrew Seco begins our live team coverage of traffic and weather.
Right now, still seeing delays heading into Stonecrest. Travel advisory still making things tough. Only a right lane open. The 20 eastbound ramp at Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Delays spilling onto I-20 and to 25 proper. Still may want to use Covington Highway to get around that till things clear. Police activity still active in Cobb County. North Marietta Parkway. Right before you get to Merritt Road, you want to use the south loop to dodge those delays till things clear up. And the downtown ride still having you on and off the brake, 75, 85 north and south from Langford Parkway all the way up past 17th Street on to 85 north in Brookhaven. For the look of 400 in the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center, here's Chinway.
400 northbound on and off the brakes from 285 to North Ridge Road, exit 6, and 400 southbound. Delays picking up around Mansell Road and then slow inside the perimeter from Johnson Ferry to Peachtree Street. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz.
A few clouds and mild temperatures this evening. Overnight and into Tuesday morning, fog develops, and we'll start the day at 51. After the fog burns off, partly cloudy Tuesday, 20% chance of a stray shower and a high 69. For Wednesday, again, some morning fog, low 54, then partly cloudy and 70. Wednesday's rain chance 40% with some scattered showers developing. For Thursday, mostly sunny and cooler, low 44, high 59. Now my 5-day forecast for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny Friday, low 38, high 56 and breezy. Will stay breezy and sunny Saturday, low 30, high 47. Recapping the forecast for today, the rest of the day has just a few clouds, then fog develops by Tuesday morning. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
It is 60 degrees right now in Forest Park. We're seeing 61 degrees in Fairburn and 62 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 6:06. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
Update news. December 16th, 5:05, a date that will go down in history. Paul Entertainment News Stanley segment did not open with a news article about Kiss.
Ooh, it's a little bit of a slam.
Breaking news
Anytime we
alert.
have breaking news.
Yeah, that's the new
That's
breaking
the new breaking news.
Yeah.
Paul, he went after you there.
Am I allowed to speak? I know the all-important Greg Russ joined the
Nope,
show.
let's move on. I've got a lot of stories to get to.
I'm sure you'll get to as many as I did.
Sorry about that, Paul. No rebuttal today. Greg Russ has got stories from Studio
Shelley.
B1. Shelley,
Let Paul respond.
Is Shelley a big Kiss fan? I don't know.
I don't think he likes Kiss, but he likes talking to me.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, everybody likes.
All right, I'll let you and your majesty here get down to business.
Okay. Greg
Thank
Russ.
you. Yeah.
Your Majesty.
The Prince of Brooklyn.
Speaking of which,
You live in Brooklyn?
I've got a story of
Where do you
I
live?
in Brooklyn, yes.
Is it Brooklyn? Okay. I get them confused. I get the boroughs confused. All right. So Manhattan, that's on the island. And Brooklyn is where? Where's Brooklyn?
Also on the island, but a different island. It's on the
see.
Is it on Staten Island?
It's confusing. No,
No,
Staten
Island's
Island.
a different island.
Staten
I know
Island.
that. I was being...
You're being
The only one that's not an
you're
island
being
is the
silly.
Bronx.
And the Bronx they used to say that was a rough area. The Bronx. Is it still a rough area? Fort Apache, the Bronx is a movie I watched when I was a kid. And the whole thing was just a police station just under fire from some kind of gangs or whatever.
Well, you can blame Robert Moses. He's the one who put all these highways in New York, and he cut the South Bronx off from the rest of the Bronx. And
because he didn't want the ne'er-do-well. He didn't want the riffraff in. Is that what it is? Didn't somebody?
He was getting so much money from the auto. What is the term I'm looking for?
The auto industry. The auto industry.
It was the industry, but the people who go to the government and do things. Lobbyists, yes, that's the word I couldn't think of.
But wasn't there like some guy? I heard like there's a racist thing where they built the tunnels in such a way that like buses from one part of town couldn't get to another part of town or something like that. There's a lot of, I don't know if you guys realize this. There's a lot of racism in the past of this country. I don't I don't know if you recognize that or not, but enlightened people such as myself do dwell.
You picked up on it?
I picked up on it. Yeah.
Not just in the past, Eric. Still to this day,
I know.
inside of you right now.
Yeah, I know. We could all. What is
the fact you even have a radio show where you can talk about how there was racism in the past and not say that there's racism in the present means that you are racist.
That's your privilege.
That is my privilege. I did check it and
give it up.
No, because I looked
if you're
at
not racist, you'll give it to someone else.
I looked at my checking account and I thought, this privilege is not doing me badly. It's not doing me poorly. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna you know what the kids say, lean in. I'm gonna lean into my privilege.
But you don't want to apologize for it?
For my privilege? Sure, I'll apologize. Yeah,
get it out of the way.
Yeah,
I know you used to drink powdered milk.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
I know you came from a home that served powdered milk.
Yeah, we always
worked your way to the top
of the bottom radio.
Blockbuster.
Yes,
the top of the bottom. I'm at the top of the bottom. Radio.
But within that, it was still very problematic because there were other people who, in your position, would have never had the same opportunities.
No, that's right. No, that's absolutely correct, and I think that's terrible. But I'm not going to, give everything away and go walk around with no shoes for the rest of my life.
Nobody
I don't know
does
what I'm
that.
supposed to do.
The people who preach it the loudest are the ones in the positions. Their guilt is the one that forces them to say these things. They give nothing up. They hand nothing over.
But their platform. They use their platform to spread the message.
It's the best I can do. I realize.
Yeah.
That
But look, that's all, Listen, I say live and let live. See the world as being full of brothers and sisters and do what you can. I think that I was thinking this the other day. Lord, save us from all the people who are trying to save us. They're the most dangerous people. Because they just got their heads are full of just nonsense. But I believe, honestly, that you leave the campground a little cleaner than you found it. If everybody did that, if everybody did a little bit.
What if it's already clean? Like super
a little
clean?
Cleaner.
They got
little
people
bit
for
cleaner.
that, though.
Oh, that is true. And then you
Take
would
away
take their
jobs.
jobs
You're taking
away.
jobs
That's
away.
true.
Yeah,
You know,
I litter on purpose just to give those people jobs.
You know what? You, in fact, are saving the world.
You're welcome.
Autumn, that's an interesting observation.
Thank you.
Greg, what do you got in the stories bucket?
I've got a lot of good stories. I'm having trouble. Do
What,
I want to talk
accessing
about
them?
the Wall Street?
Accessing the bucket.
No, I like all these stories. I've got the 90-hour-a-week Wall Street bankers snorting lines of Adderall at their desks. The Roman Empire taxed urine.
Yeah, I threw you that one. I saw that story the other day. I was like, well, somehow I got to figure out a way to get that on the show.
All right, you want this one. Okay, in ancient Rome, at some point, there was a tax posed on urine. So if you went into...
Hold on, we could be giving the left some ideas they hadn't had before. Whoa, wait a minute. We could tax urine? Well, it's been done before.
The ammonia in urine was very valuable at the time for fertilizers.
Oh, fertilizer.
And they could clean clothes and dye fabrics. They could loosen flesh from animal hides.
Whoa.
Some people even used it as a toothpaste. And
Well, now, yeah, but back then?
Back then?
Probably tasted better.
And so
because the
Emperor-
diets were so much better.
They didn't have so much
People didn't have
corn syrup.
They weren't full of Fritos.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Emperor Vespasian taxed urine. He ruled for only 10 years.
Oh, there's a reason why. You start taxing people's urine.
Everybody got pissed off.
You're going to have a bad
Any urine taken from public restrooms. So it wasn't like you went to the bathroom and then you were taxed for doing it. It was if you went to a public bathroom,
And they would remove it because people were using it to clean their laundry. Is that something that I heard inside?
Well,
of there?
ammonia, right?
Yes.
It was a way to get ammonia.
But did they have a great process for separating out the ammonia, or did you get the?
Well, you dry it out, right? You dry out the urine, and then it
Autumn
leaves
seems
like a
to-
crystallized.
She seems to be a little bit of an expert at this.
I mean,
to know her
I
thing.
foraged for some urine.
It's
Nothing unusual.
She knows a lot about Vespasian, Emperor Vespasian. She watched
That's
that
right.
that onion give history lessons on TikTok.
Is there an onion?
I
that
watched a
gives-
drunk history on Vespasian.
What about that show that was on HBO in the 2000s?
That was a
Rome?
good show.
Was it?
Yeah.
My wife watched it, and I would watch it. It's like, I don't know if I want to deal with like teenage angst in Rome, because it seemed like a soap opera.
They didn't have that in it.
I saw some of
It
it.
was a brutality more than
It's
anything.
all killing people all the time.
They didn't extract it from the urine. They relied on the natural process of decomposition, where the urea in it broke down. And you had to leave it sit for a while.
Yeah, that's
what I said, it
basically
dries
what,
out.
That's basically what Autumn
No, but
said.
it didn't dry out.
But she didn't accept it because she's a woman.
Of course
I
it
know
did. If you let it
exactly
sit
what's going
around,
on
it
here.
dries out.
You want to talk about
No, it doesn't.
privilege? Talk about privilege. This guy, I'll tell you the real reason. And we
Well,
had the lady.
actually, Autumn, you can just relax now because the men are talking. What actually happens is
Urine does.
Tim, I thank you for your service. I'm glad to know the way they extracted the ammonia.
Wow, now it's like Survivor. We have teams that seem to be fighting against each other.
You have to form
I
an
thought it was
alliance to
teamwork.
survive.
I don't think they're going at each other. Autumn set the table and Tim brought in the dishes.
Right, they didn't let it dehydrate.
Yeah.
Or
She put on the
hydrate, or whatever the
tablecloth
hell.
and-
They didn't let it
dehydrate.
They didn't let it dehydrate. They let it break down,
Uh-huh.
and then all the
What's the
sugars and
difference?
stuff. Yeah, well, there's ammonia left.
Okay.
What did I say?
Well, ammonia would go up into the atmosphere, right? You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to capture it. I don't know.
Wish I had an ammonia
Let's
capture.
assume that
Hold
we're
on, I'm
lucky
trying to
that we
Google
don't
this.
do
How
this.
does urine break?
Oh, because that makes you knowledgeable
How
as a
to get-
woman because you can Google things. But-
How to get?
Tim's using Bing. That's why he got the answer.
That's right.
Again, it was teamwork. What is this? Who
Yeah, we're
initially
figuring
pit
it
these two
out.
against each
Yeah,
other?
why is there internecine warfare breaking out right here on the set of the Doctrinaires? That's what I want to know.
Making concentrated ammonia from urine. There's
Okay.
a YouTube page.
All right. Well, does
Hey,
this,
guys.
does this
A
make you?
tutorial.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Follow me while I get ready to make ammonia from my pee.
People would buy that now too. I guarantee you. If you have the right,
People?
if you have,
People.
All right, now.
I bet you could
Why
go
do we
to
always start
Etsy.
stinking in the last hour of the show? Well, the
This
first
isn't
three.
stinking. This is
Oh,
funny.
Is it? Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All
do you
right.
know what did stink?
Yeah, everything
This,
in Rome.
this
Yeah.
urine. This urine did stink, and it's where the phrase "money doesn't stink" comes from. Because even though the money was being made on smelly ammonia from disgusting urine,
It
was
did,
still
the money-
money at the end of the day. The money doesn't stink.
It says, yeah, but I never heard anybody say that to me. Money doesn't stink.
I haven't either.
Neither did I.
Yeah, so, but
But the
apparently-
article really points it out.
That person has said that,
Yes.
and he's like, "No, it's a phrase.
It's a phrase.
People
Oh,
have said it.
I use it all the time.
People
Turn
use
a
it
phrase.
constantly. Andrew Seco says there's new trouble on 285 near East Point.
And there is, we're slowing to go. Virgin from Langford Parkway, right lane knocked out with some trouble as you merge into 285. You are slowing to going from this spot here. Just a quick tap on the brake, so no need for an alternate right now. And our police activity is still active in Cobb County, North Marietta Parkway. As you get to Wallace Road, things looking tough. Only going to get tougher until it clears. You'll be able to use South Marietta Parkway to dodge those delays. With an update on I-20 in the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, here's Alex Williams.
Better news, that crash has cleared from the I-20 eastbound collector distributor ramp between 285 and Wesley Chapel. I-20 eastbound stays sluggish, though, as you head out toward Lithonia. In the West Freeway, on and off the brakes, I-20 westbound from 285 into Lithia Springs. Traffic brought to you by Georgia United Credit Union. At Georgia United Credit Union, their members are at the center of everything they do. Their products and services are simple, straightforward, and personalized to their members' needs. Georgia United Credit Union, join them. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
My goodness, thank you so much to the generous folks who have contributed so far to Clark's Christmas Kids in our 34th year. We have some kids we don't have gifts for yet in these final stages to see that every child in foster care across the state of Georgia has gifts to open that they wished for Christmas morning. Just go to clarkschristmaskids.com and show that once again this year, the power of people, the listeners of WSB, have made the difference.
This time of year, we all dream of being home for the holidays, but for many families in our community, that dream is out of reach. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. This holiday season, we're proud to partner with Habitat for Humanity of Georgia to help turn dreams of home ownership into reality. We believe that every family deserves a safe, stable place to call home, and together, we can help make that happen. Purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle from our 21 dealership network between now and December 31st, and Jim Ellis Automotive will gladly make a donation to Habitat for Humanity of Georgia. Whether you're buying a car, truck, or SUV, your purchase will help build homes, communities, and hope for deserving families. Imagine the joy of a family walking through the door of their brand new home for the first time. To learn more, visit jimellis.com, where you can shop and compare more than 5,000 vehicles. Start or complete your entire purchase online and use the Jim Ellis Expressway to create a quick, easy, and convenient car buying experience. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best. And from our family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When it comes to defending your rights, experience counts. George Stein, the DUI lawyer, has a winning track record over 3 decades with hundreds of contested jury trials and complicated cases. Make the smart choice. GeorgeStein.com.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at SteelUSA.com.
All right. Hey, I forgot to ask you. I don't even know, Greg. Are you coming into town for Christmas? Are you going to be here for our Christmas show, or are you going to be on the where you are right now, on the clean feed or whatever the hell it is?
He's standing up right now.
Oh, he's not with us.
He's making.
It's
like
he's standing up there. Now he's coming down.
It's like I'm talking to myself. So I
I'm
asked,
here.
Well, you're here, but I asked you a question and you weren't able to hear me.
Of course, that's my answer.
You're going to be here for Christmas?
Oh, that was the. No, I'm not.
Okay, so you're not going to be in town. We're doing
Not this year.
We're doing the Christmas show on Friday. That would be the 20th, I believe. Autumn obviously is not going to be here. She has no reason to be here. She's got no family here. The only thing she's got here is this show. That's it. Maybe some extended family. And obviously she's not at her station either.
I don't see her on camera.
Why
These
would
commercials were very short. It caught us off guard.
Well,
it's a good thing. I'm glad they're not long.
Okay. Do you want to go on with your more editorial? Yeah. Boy, I sense that Greg has something more to say on that.
No, that was all. Just caught me off guard. It was a little shorter than normal.
Why
I'm here?
I don't want you people here. You know why? You're not punctual.
I am punctual. Today's just how many over all the years? Today's just a bad day for me.
I know. But you're still hanging in there.
Autumn, on the other hand.
Something just flew in front of you. You got a moth or something in your home? What's going on? Something just flew right past your face.
One of those drones.
Yeah. Some of those New Jersey drones.
Yeah. Drones are in my apartment.
Tim is telling me that there were 10 drones over Atlanta last night.
Yeah.
But now are we counting every drone that ever, we've always had some drones.
Now you have people's going to flying them because this is a thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like
See,
the
I would-
clowns. Remember when the clowns were
Yeah, when
showing
they would
up?
just-
Oh,
would
right.
pick out of
Scared,
the
buddy.
woods.
Yeah.
I mean, Channel 2's got one that they use pretty frequently.
A drone?
Yeah, we have a drone.
Channel 2 action drone.
What do we send that in for? Like forest fires or?
I
The
don't know. when
Skycopter jet drone.
If for
Trouble
some
at
reason-
Cop City?
If for
Send
some reason
in the
ch-
drone.
If for some reason the chopper can't go up, then the drone goes.
We got a
places.
drone.
Well, we got a drone because you can do that from a low ceiling.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and it's obviously safe.
The helicopter, Tim, can't go up when it's a low ceiling.
But we have a drone.
We have a drone.
The action drone.
So listen, if you're watching television news, do not fear. If there's an apartment fire and a low ceiling, we've got a drone. You're going to see that apartment fire. You ever notice that once all television news got helicopters, suddenly apartment fires became top stories. They always happened, but they were never without video of them from the sky. They were just like, well, there was an apartment fire today, and luckily no one was harmed. Blah, blah,
Car
blah.
chases and apartment fires. That was
Yeah.
big business. You had to cover the cost of those helicopters. They didn't come cheap.
That's
It was cool when that guy took that bus, remember, from Atlanta and went up to Gwinnett County earlier this summer.
Cool.
We
That
were
was
able
not
to.
somebody
I'm
shot.
talking
Cool,
about
but
the
didn't somebody
shots.
die?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What
The
my
camera
goodness.
footage that we got from that
All right.
in action was really
All
interesting
right.
to watch.
Okay. You need to move to L.A. because they do that like once a week in L.A. When I was out there, I don't know. I was the 90s.
They just steal buses?
I lived there in the I lived in the mid 90s, and there were just like car chases, and it was just a thing in Los Angeles. I mean, when they started, everybody just kind of stopped their work, sat down. The people, after a while, the people who were in the chases knew that they were on television, and they would start like making things. Giving gestures to the crowd, standing up in their vehicles,
Holding up signs.
all kinds of sort of performative stuff. But what I noticed was that they always get caught in the end. I mean, you get like a good TV show for yourself, but ultimately, you're going to run out of fuel. This is something that the cops know. We have helicopters, and you're going to run out of fuel. So keep on going, TV star. But sometimes these things would go on for hours. It would be the only thing people were talking about at work the next day. It was when I was there in the 90s, it was Los Angeles' favorite television show. And it would happen like once a week. I guess it all started with the slow chase with OJ.
The Bronco, yeah.
And they realized,
I was
wow.
annoyed by that because it interrupted some show I wanted to watch. I think it was probably Full House or something.
Yeah.
Perfect Strangers. And then it got preempted because of the chase.
Wasn't there there was a basketball playoff game or just a regular basketball game that was going on at the time, and they did the double,
showed both of
the
them.
double screen because they figured, well, it's sports.
Yeah.
Sports story.
Wasn't it
Either way.
the Knicks and the
Knicks,
Bulls?
the Knicks were playing. I'm pretty sure it was the Knicks. I don't know why I remember that, but I can't remember if it was the playoffs or an important game.
Game 5, the NBA Finals.
There you go. Because I also remember when Clinton got when they actually did do the articles of impeachment. I believe that it was on a Sunday, and it was happening during a Bills-Jets game. And I remember I was being really kind of upset by that. It was like split screen the whole time.
Oh, that's annoying.
And I'm like, come on, man, we knew this was coming. We've been seeing this coming but it was like the official thing.
Remember when that was a big deal, the official thing?
Yeah.
Now it just happens all the time.
Now nobody
commonplace.
cares. Everybody says they saw it on X, and then I see a bunch of stories that say X is losing everybody.
That was one of my stories. X is projected to lose millions of users next year. They're all going to Bluesky.
Yeah, right. Are they? And now here's the question, though, that I have, which is how many of those are like, and I'm not saying that it's not happening because a lot of people, he's a polarizing figure, Elon Musk, but is it possible that he's cleaning out the bots from Twitter and that represents a loss? Asking that question, it's a real question. I don't know if that could be part of why there isn't as much activity.
He needs to stop promoting his own posts. That's the problem that I see with him because he posts all the time. He doesn't sleep.
Oh, this is starting to surprise you that the man is an egomaniac?
Yeah, he starts putting his own stuff shows up all the time.
We don't live in a time of subtle billionaires. I don't know if you've noticed. Andrew Seco says there are delays downtown.
There are biggest delays spots today. Connector north and south remaining on and off those breaks. From 17th all the way down towards Langford Park. We do have some better news out of the west side, though. Langford Parkway, the ramps at 285, completely clear. No more need for an alternate as you're emerging south. Further to East Point, but we are still seeing We are still seeing brake lights 20 eastbound at a cap from earlier. Trouble Wesley Chapel Road. That's exit 68. All lanes back open here, but the brake lights remain, so you'll want to keep a foot close to the brake pedal till that bends out. Let's get you home through Cobb Cherokee County in the Corey Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chidway.
And watching the brake lights, 75 northbound. They are improving, though, leaving South Marietta Parkway as you head up toward Kennesaw. Might still encounter some police activity on at North Marietta Parkway at Wallace Road, just east of I-75. And 575 northbound, just seeing the tap of the brakes between Bells Ferry and Highway 92 in Woodstock. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome to the Financial Symphony High Note of the Week. Here's your host and founder of the Lloyd Advisory Group, Mark Lloyd.
Especially during an election year, you'll tend to see a little bit more volatility, and it never fails. People start to get nervous, and right before an election, people are really nervous, like, where should my money be, because of worried about what's going to happen if their candidate is not elected on both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle, not one way or the other.
Everybody's
It's
upset.
both sides of the aisle. So let me just be the voice of reason here.
Yes, please.
It does. Hey, I can show you statistics when one party was in office of what the market did. I can show you statistics on when the other party was in the market and what it did. And here's the bottom line. The market is very flexible. It adjusts. You just change the investment strategy to match what is the agenda of the people in office. And we can make money on either side. But what we can't do is that if you're not in it, you can't win it.
The phone number is 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Call today to get your retirement started on a high note. 770-766-5611.
Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, Lloyd Advisory Group, a federally registered investment advisor under the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, and the Lloyd Advisory Group are affiliated but separate entities. The oral and written communications of an advisor provide you with information about which you determine to hire or retain an advisor. Lloyd Advisory Group, Form ADV Part 2A and 2B, can be obtained by visiting advisorinfo.sec.gov and search for our firm name. Neither the information nor any opinion expressed is to be construed as solicitation to buy or sell a security of personalized investment, tax, or legal advice.
Hey, friends, are you going to start the new year dealing with the same old joint pain, losing sleep, not able to take walks? Don't do it. Take action now to get the pain relief you deserve in 2025. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now. Say goodbye to shoulder and back pain. QC Kinetics local medical professionals waiting for you. Their advanced protocols in regenerative medicine have helped tens of thousands of people. I'm talking long-lasting relief. Imagine a new year without those achy joints. No more pain pills, no more steroid shots. If you've been told surgery is your best or only option, you deserve a second opinion. Find out if all natural regenerative medicine is right for you. Call QC Kinetics today. The consultation is free, friends, and you can use HSA and FSA dollars. Live your best life in 2025. Get started now. Call 404-285-8026, 404-285-8026, QC Kinetics, 404-285-8026.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good evening at 6:30. I'm Veronica Waters, live in the WSB 24-hour News Center, and our news this half hour is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. WSB's top story we've been following for you all day long. Tragedy at a K-12 school in Madison, Wisconsin. Police say a female 17-year-old student opened fire, killing 2 people at the Abundant Life Christian School. 6 others are hurt. The suspect was dead by the time police arrived. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says they don't know the motive.
I don't know why. And I felt like if we did know why, we could stop these things from happening.
But says the shooter's family is cooperating with the police. Barnes says they will speak with students, too, at some point.
We're not going to interrogate students. We're going to give them an opportunity to come in and speak to what they may have saw when they feel ready.
A teacher and a teenage student are dead. 2 of the 6 injured are facing life-threatening injuries. It's 61 degrees now in Midtown Atlanta. Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz forecasts more clouds overnight with lows in the low 50s. The morning fog that we saw today, it's going to make a repeat for your Tuesday morning commute, and clouds are coming back too. Stay tuned to hear about our chance of rain this week. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast is coming up in 4 minutes. Cobb County Police make an arrest in connection with a violent assault of a grandmother in Mableton.
Investigators say the attack happened inside of the victim's home last Friday. The suspect, 26-year-old Ahmad Rucker, is accused of entering the 74-year-old victim's home and raping her in front of her 5-year-old granddaughter. The victim told police that she did not know the suspect. She was treated at a local hospital for injuries, including a broken nose and shoulder. Rucker is jailed without bond and facing multiple charges, including rape, 4 counts of battery, elder abuse, and cruelty to children. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
In Gwinnett County, a mother and son are behind bars after police seized thousands of fentanyl-laced pills from their home. Authorities say after undercover agents bought the narcotics from Brandon Bixby, they followed him back to the apartment he shared with his mom and discovered their 2,500 pills. Sergeant Colin Flynn tells Channel 2 Action News.
Investigators believe that both suspects in this case were involved in the sale of these narcotics.
And both are currently being held now at the Gwinnett County Jail. It turns out that a woman who was believed to have been missing for many weeks apparently left the U.S. on her own, and now she's back.
A large-scale effort was underway to find Hannah Kobayashi. Her family raised about $50,000 on GoFundMe when they believed she had been kidnapped while connecting flights at LAX as she was heading from Hawaii to New York. Her father killed himself during the effort to find her, but earlier this month, police said they had determined she willingly disappeared and walked into Mexico. Now she has returned to the U.S., and police say she appears in good health. Her case is now officially closed. Her family telling ABC News she is safely back in the U.S. Alex Stone, ABC News.
A new safety rule is going to impact all passenger cars and trucks in the United States. The new rule finalized today by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is going to require all new passenger vehicles to sound an alarm if rear seat passengers don't buckle their seatbelts. It really was the Gwinnett County Police Department sending messages on December 12th about a missing child. Problem was, it went to a wider area than intended, and that's why a lot of folks thought it was a scam. Listen up.
Gwinnett police say they've fixed a glitch that sent a message to many residents not in the area in which a child went missing. But Corporal Ryan Winderweedle says those multiple messages often trigger a scam alert and did so on the 12th.
People were getting phone calls from the police department that were outside of the intended area. And then when the transcription services were transcribing the message wrong.
He adds they can't do anything when carriers translate their audio messages, sometimes incorrectly. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
2 men are under arrest tonight for exporting sensitive technology to Iran, which was then used in a deadly drone attack on American soldiers. 3 U.S. troops died at the end of last January, and 47 more were injured when drones exploded on a U.S. base called Tower 22 in northeastern Jordan near the Syrian border. Officials say the 2 men were arrested in Massachusetts, and they were taken into custody in Italy. One was taken into custody in Italy, and they conspired to hand our drone technology over to Iran, which was then used with the information to manufacture drones attacking the U.S. base. It's 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. First to the skyplane we go. What are you flying in tonight, Andrew Seco? He's kicking off our triple team traffic.
Well, right now, seeing the worst of things on 285 heading through Doraville. The Interloop especially looking a little tough. 285 East has you slowing and going in brake lights all the way from Beaufort Highway down past Ponce-de-Leon Avenue. The exit 40. Your downtown ride still looking especially tough. The connector north and south, leaving you on and off the brakes from Langford Parkway all the way past 17th Street onto 85 south past Brookhaven. And her south side ride through Clayton Henry County, 75 north and south, you are slowing from 675 all the way down past 155 in McDonough. With a check on your ride through Norcross, Duluth into Sewanee, 85 north delays in the Cool Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Alex Williams.
Improving, but still on and off the brake pedal. 85 northbound from 285 as you head up toward Duluth. 985 southbound, a little slow, leaving Buford Drive, the Mall of Georgia area, exit 4. 400 northbound, it's also improving. You are a little sluggish, though, in Sandy Springs from Abernathy Road up to Northridge. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
All right, now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. Here's Channel 2 Action News meteorologist Brad Nitz.
A few clouds and mild temperatures this evening. Overnight and into Tuesday morning, fog develops, and we'll start the day at 51. After the fog burns off, partly cloudy Tuesday, 20% chance of a stray shower and a high 69. For Wednesday, again, some morning fog, low 54, then partly cloudy and 70. Wednesday's rain chance 40% with some scattered showers developing. For Thursday, mostly sunny and cooler, low 44, high 59. Now my 5-day forecast for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny Friday, low 38, high 56 and breezy. Will stay breezy and sunny Saturday, low 30, high 47. Recapping the forecast for today, the rest of the day has just a few clouds, then fog develops by Tuesday morning. I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz, 95.5 WSB.
And shout out to Alex Williams for making fun of me for not remembering that Andrew Seco is in the Skycopter and that we don't have the Sky plane anymore. Okay, I got you, Will. It's now 56 degrees in Norcross, 62 degrees in Noonan, and 61 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 6:36. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on Kroger brand bone-in spiral sliced ham. Just $1.99 a pound with your card and additional $25 purchase. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
It's Eric. Are you thinking of adding value to your house, or just you want more convenience and more comfort in your kitchen? Frugal Kitchens can get you one of those $1 million home kitchens at a fraction of the cost. They want to talk to you about how you can go through their process, get your new dream kitchen up and going, and you can be cooking in 5 days from the start of construction and get 18 months no interest financing available. It's what Christy and I have done. Life happens in your kitchen, and Frugal Kitchens can put you in a great one. FrugalKitchens.com.
That's right. I never stop working. See what's happening in between while you guys go off and whatever, and Autumn just wanders around the neighborhood she lives in. I'm
Just
here.
find dinner for the kids.
What am I doing? I'm working. I'm working here, getting stuff going for this Christmas special, because I don't want to just phone it in on Christmas. So be on notice, everybody. There is a new channel in the Slack.
Oh, boy.
I saw. I noticed.
It is the Christmas
a new
special.
channel for me not to check. Okay.
Well, the idea and the spirit is that me and Stefan met over the weekend, kind of got things rolling here. Now it's on Slack. There's categories for things. There's jokes you can add. Let's turn this into a community thing now, huh, people?
Now, should we write the questions that we're going to answer?
It doesn't
for the
matter.
Doctrinaire Twib?
It doesn't. Don't
Okay.
give it away.
Okay.
Don't give it away.
I almost said
you're on the
Twivia.
inside. You're on the
Twivia.
inside. Okay.
I love Twivia.
Mr. Twivia.
The Buffalo Bills.
You sound like
my favorite football
You
team.
sound like Barron when he was 5 years old.
I love my suitcase.
That trend is everywhere still.
Still?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
now how are people treating it? Because if they're mocking him, then they've never
they're just-
had a
it's
5-year-old.
They're just having fun. They're just having fun.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just having fun with it. It's not political.
EDM songs and so forth.
Oh, very good.
And
Very
it'll be
nice.
like a cat, that found a suitcase.
Yeah.
I like my suitcase.
And Trump actually was saying, "Hey, people are cooperating with me." I don't
Yeah, he
know.
says it's completely different
I
this
guess
time around.
people like me now.
One of the
huh?
big differences between the first term, in the first term, everybody was fighting me. In this term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something.
I guess. I think it's kind of if you can't beat him, join him kind of thing. Well, we told people for 8 years he was the scariest person in the world, and then they reelected him. So that's the way that it goes. I read some of the Time Magazine Person of the Year, and listen, you never know how things are going to go actually, but I kind of liked some of the answers. I liked that he was saying what I was saying, which is we're bombing Russia right now, and that's ridiculous. So I did like that. So I look for him to kind of bring that to an end, which is going to upset some people. Good. I'm sorry. You only get 500,000 souls. Sorry, neocons. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I'll see if I can talk him into going a little bit longer.
Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah. Sorry, neocons. You only get you only got to separate 500,000 people from their lives with your. I was thinking is. We need to stop these think tank wars. I don't think people realize how dangerous think tanks are in Washington, D.C. and the areas, because think tanks are just where these kind of weird ideologues, they're experts in Russia or China, but they're also got like a whole hell of a lot of politics in them. And what they do, when they're out of power is they go to these think tanks and they just write these white papers and they just start these they kind of go, well, this is why we should go to war with Iran or something like that. And they get all the papers going and they have a bunch of people and then they have seminars. And then what happens is, the people who end up being like senators and representatives and whatever, they're privy to these think tanks. And quite often, you can always find, if we end up in a war somewhere else and you don't even know where the hell that place is, I can guarantee you, back up 5 years, find the think tank, you'll find the paper that says whatever, and they've just convinced a bunch of people. And then when the moment arises where it can happen, like from the 90s, after the first Bush didn't topple Hussein, these think tanks were rolling. We got to make this happen. And then when 9/11 happened, even though none of it emanated from Iraq, it's like, okay, now's the time. Let's take this plan that we've had for like 4 or 5 years. And these evil bastards in these think tanks, they don't give a damn about the 500,000 souls that have been separated from their bodies on both sides. Did Eric mention both sides? Get over it. He did. He saw humans on both sides, none of which are running their governments. Sent into, do you know, I just saw a thing that said Trump has 56% support in Ukraine. I wonder why. He doesn't have that kind of support amongst neocons in think tanks in America. I wonder if there might be a little bit, I wonder if maybe the rich bastards in the think tanks in D.C. aren't actually speaking for the average Ukrainian on the street. That's just a sometimes I wonder kind of thing. Because to the evil bastard in the think tank, 500,000 souls, well, while regrettable, if it takes 500,000 more, did you read my white paper from 2017 about how geopolitically we can do better? No more think tank wars. That's what we got to... Okay. I'm sorry. It's Georgia.
The traffic sounder agrees with you.
I thought that like it was like some powers like get him off the air,
bringing you off the stage.
When he went after
tanks.
Yeah, when he went after think tanks, that was a bit too
far.
much.
Cut him off.
But I'm here to a certain degree let you know what you might not want to know or don't know, and that is that these think tanks they're just sitting around right now, and they don't care. They don't care that we'd have to have conscription, that your kid would die, they don't care. They have these notions. No more think tank wars. Hell, it'd be nice if a war could take us by surprise from time to time.
Maybe these think tanks come from an innocent place, Eric, where when they walk into these rooms and they gather up and they start thinking of the war they can conjure up next. But over on the corner, you see on the wall the sign that no brainstorming idea is a bad idea.
That's right.
And
Whatever
that's where
you
it all
got.
starts from.
So
So
go ahead, throw it up. You want to start a war here? Go ahead. Let's see what happens.
Eric, you're an appeaser. Don't you realize innocent people must die constantly in order to maintain the peace? These are the arguments I get from people. Listen, we just got to keep killing these people, or else we'll be at war.
They hate our freedom.
That's right. That's what it's about.
Still.
I can't believe I bought that. What an idiot. How did I buy that?
Everybody did.
Not everybody. I knew people that I was arguing with. Like, oh, yeah, they hate it. And Pat Buchanan had the best line on that I saw. And it didn't even convince me then because I was so propagandized by the whole thing. He's like, they hate us for our freedom. Like, I'm supposed to believe that two guys are in a cave in Afghanistan and one says to the other, have you seen this Constitution? It's so offensive. We have to go over there and get, like, that is how dumb that idea is. And Pat Buchanan said, they're here because we're there. And that's true. Now, you can make arguments for why we should be there, but that's why they're here. Andrew Seco is tracking a slow spot on Highway 78 in Stone Mountain.
We are stacking and packing by the Big Rock. Got something jamming up Highway 78 eastbound at Hugh Howell Road. Delays all the way back to Memorial Drive, but they're not that strong, so no need for an alternate. Just a quick tap of the brakes as you're moving. The downtown ride having you on and off the brakes from Langford Parkway up through 17th Street on 85 south back into Brookhaven, and I-20 delays. Looking the worst on the east side, east and west from earlier trouble Wesley Chapel. You are slowing and going from 285 all the way to Evans Mill Road. That is exit 74. Let's circle the city with help of Chinway Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
285 southbound, seeing brake lights at Lawrenceville Highway, exit 38. 285 westbound, the outer loop slowing and going from Georgia 400 to Riverside Drive. And 285 southbound, the outer loop, tab of the brakes from Cumberland Parkway to Cascade Road, exit 7. This report is sponsored by Atlantic Station. Atlantic Station is the heart of Atlanta's holidays. Their celebration at the Station Festival includes Skate the Station ice skating rink, Light the Station parade, and tree lighting, and more. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
Only way we can get a full lasting peace is a two-state solution.
Local.
Whether I'm down on the south side driving to spring break,
Mark Aram.
I freaking love the Peach Patch.
Tomorrow at 9.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
This holiday season, give gifts worth giving. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company, where I've been doing business for over 25 years. You'll find Swiss watch brands like Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Buford. Tara Fine Jewelry Company.
Give your home the gift of clean this Christmas with Zerorez Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Hey, it's Patrick, owner of Zerorez Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Call today to take advantage of our Christmas sale. Mention WSB Radio to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129. That's right, 3 rooms for only $129. Booking your appointment is easy. Just give us a call or schedule online at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'd love to thank you.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly for supporting us this year.
And we look forward to serving you in 2025.
Everyone at Sonny's Barbecue in Buford, Commerce, Jonesboro, Lawrenceville, and Marietta hopes that you and your family have a safe and wonderful time celebrating the holidays together. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's from Sonny's Barbecue. They look forward to serving you again in 2025.
Hey, friends, are you going to start the new year dealing with the same old joint pain, losing sleep, not able to take walks? Don't do it. Take action now to get the pain relief you deserve in 2025. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now. Say goodbye to shoulder and back pain. QC Kinetics local medical professionals waiting for you. Their advanced protocols in regenerative medicine have helped tens of thousands of people. I'm talking long-lasting relief. Imagine a new year without those achy joints. No more pain pills, no more steroid shots. If you've been told surgery is your best or only option, you deserve a second opinion. Find out if all-natural regenerative medicine is right for you. Call QC Kinetics today. The consultation is free, friends, and you can use HSA and FSA dollars. Live your best life in 2025. Get started now. Call 404-285-8026, 404-285-8026, QC Kinetics, 404-285-8026.
Norwegian Cruise Line invites you to experience more in the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and beyond. For a limited time, get 50% off all cruises and enjoy NCL's all-new More at Sea cruising package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Did you know Superior is probably the #1 installer of water heaters in Atlanta? If your water heater is over 10 years old, time to replace and be surprised on the improvements it will make in giving you plenty of hot water. Superior offers a 10-year warranty.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Well, it's been quite a good show. Unfortunately, Greg's appearance and Paul Stanley's appearance were isochronous. And,
Isochronous.
Oh, wow.
Isochronous.
You got it in just in time. Just in time.
Now, last
Isochronous.
second. Hey, Autumn. No, she's not there. Hey, George.
Hey there, Eric.
Just wanted to see if you're there.
Yeah,
so.
I'm here.
You know, we'll start doing a roll call when we come back. And we'll find out who says here and who says present. All right, Greg Russ, I know he's present. Do you have one more story for us before we leave? It's our last segment for the day. It's very important.
We didn't talk. I mentioned the headline about the Wall Street dudes
Oh,
working 90 hours a week, snorting Adderall at their desks.
Yeah, so the Wall Street people are. Is it just Adderall or just all the stay up forever kind of thing?
It's Adderall. Cocaine used to be the drug of choice, but Adderall now can.
Does Adderall make you high or does it just get you focused?
It's like cocaine.
But cocaine has like I'm going to stay up and talk all night and chatty and have
gets you
sex
high.
for 3 hours.
You're just alert. You're just alert with everything, and you can maintain for a little bit longer if that makes sense. So like
It gets you high though. I think you may adjust if you take it on a regular basis. Maybe the high goes away.
When
But
you
if
say-
someone gave you
Right.
Adderall right now, you would get high.
I would notice that I was in a different
Yes.
state of mind.
You would.
You know, you got a little skeptical face here. He's afraid of you, Greg, so he doesn't want to take you on.
It's not that. I understand what you're saying. That you certainly do have a head
If you're
change.
snorting it,
you
hold on.
do have a head
I'm not
change,
talking
but
about
not like that.
We're not talking about just like okay, I need to study for a test. We're talking about guys working 90 hours a week snorting it. So it's going to have maybe
They're going to be high as hell.
They're not taking prescription. What I'm saying is they're not taking prescription levels of whatever the doctor has said. Your kid's got ADHD or something like that.
Sure.
So they're abusing it.
Yeah,
So
if you take it at that high of a level, then I imagine it would do more than that. But I find it hard to believe that it would be more than cocaine, though, because I
Right.
mean, because that's again, it's still prescribed.
that was your
to-
drug of choice
I
when
did
you were a
not-
Wall Street
yeah,
high
yeah,
flyer.
exactly. But
back in the day,
in my previous career.
Made $1 million before he was 25. Lost it all.
Yeah.
Well, so it's
Oh,
sad.
yeah, that's why I chose radio,
Yeah, here he
though.
is in
Radio.
radio.
I'm ready to come back.
He never wanted to be. He never wanted to be tempted by a big paycheck again. So
Yeah,
he chose
the right-
radio.
Exactly. Best choice.
You know, this is the great
Okay, I did some
comeback.
Googling
Yes.
about the difference between cocaine and Adderall.
Yes.
And that cocaine has an intense, short-lived euphoric effect, while Adderall has a more controlled increase in focus and attention. But
There's
I
still
think
euphoria. I've been high on it.
Right,
before.
the euphoria. Yeah, I also read about the euphoria.
Yeah.
So.
I'd have to
They're
read
both
too.
gonna
'cause
be
that-
euphoric.
It's not a drug I've ever dabbled in. Never had any interest.
You're not trying to go faster. You're trying to
I'm
go
sorry.
down.
Yeah, I don't need my heart racing. I
It
don't
depends
find
on-
that to
what-
be fun.
If you're tired and you're trying to keep up with everybody
Drunk.
around you,
You're drunk.
Yeah.
then Adderall would
Well,
be,
that's
be
what I
an
mix-
option.
that's
what I-
Some people might
That's
say
when I mix a little Red Bull into my drink. That's all. That's no,
might
that's
not be
another-
enough.
Espresso martini.
Next time,
Yeah.
time, crush the Adderall, mix it in your drink,
No, I don't do that.
and the Christmas
I don't-
special will be the best.
I don't play around
Guys,
with
let's focus.
with prescription drugs. You guys aren't focused enough.
I took it.
SD
I
card.
took it
Where
on
is
when
it?
I was on air.
Yeah.
Years and years ago, and I found that I could not be funny or spontaneous, so I stopped taking it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you were taking it as a prescription, something that was
Yes,
prescribed
for
you.
ADHD.
And do you still have ADHD?
Yeah,
Or were you
probably. I don't care.
misdiagnosed or
No.
overdiagnosed?
I
or-
think it would
They
help
just
me
like
if I
to-
worked in an office, but if I'm on air, I
Right,
have
yeah.
to, like, Larry would say something, and then I would just be staring at the microphone.
Right, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to like respond.
interesting.
Right.
Right.
I'm taking this information in and processing it in my brain.
Yeah, you found the microphone to be interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, what an interesting microphone.
Yeah, this is incredibly interesting.
All right. Well, listen to you Wall Streeters. It's nice to know that the people in charge of the economy are all snorting things at their desk.
That's keeping America afloat. Adderall.
Patriots, I say. Patriots. Somebody's got to do it so the rest of us can live normal lives. All right. That music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us. We are good patriots, which means we comply. We do what we're told. We don't question authority. Shelley Winter coming up with a great radio show for you. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Do not piss off